I'd like to thank one of my subscribers for sending me this article. Appreciate you. I was speaking on this the other day, and I was like, you know, I was exhausted from talking about the skit. It doesn't mean the skit is fake. It just means that there are players behind the scene trying to manifest something that maybe they've laid out in the stars, in astrology. A lot of these people who are oligarchs, they tend to, I'm gonna put over here to the right, the chart, that the pyramid, that those who believe in following the stars, following the map, because the stars above us are on a plate, and these plates rotate. The earth isn't what you think it is. 9 out of 10 is not a globe, and above us we have holograms, and it's almost like Star Trek holographic room. It's like, if y'all only knew. But let's continue, because that's beyond most 95% of people on the planet. They just are asleep. They're like one group of the 5 virgins. They're just absolutely asleep. And then you have another group who come in and out of awareness, but then religion or the government puts them back in place. And that's how it is a lot of times on the tube. You have a lot of people do a wonderful spiel on the left and a wonderful spiel on the right. However, they will not give you an opportunity to think. I'm always talking to my subscribers about, you need to think about it. Put it outside of just this human experience and put it into, this isn't just you coming here living. This isn't just you coming here accepting whatever's playing out. This is you being aware that you're part of this play. And so, in saying that, thank you, subscriber, for sending it. I'll put your name down there so that those people who are subscribing to me may like to subscribe to you, even though your content is slightly different than mine. Okay, breaking. Jonathan Willis, the officer in the famous photo of the 2 snipers on the roof at Trump's rally, has informed the public that he had the assassin in his sight for at least 3 minutes. But the head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the predator. Now, isn't that shocking? The head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the predator. That means that he was asking, can I do it now? Now, I saw a video. Someone was sitting behind Trump to the left, and they were just recording like a normal person records on their phone, and it was like the elongated format. It wasn't wide. It was long, like you could put it on TikTok or somewhere like that, Instagram. I don't do that stuff, but I'm too old. But anyway, and they show a secret agent coming in maybe 6 seconds before the gunshot, telling people move out the way, meaning more people would have got shot if he hadn't moved them out the way. He came in, the other secret agent looked at him like, what is he doing? He came in, I hope I can find that, but if I can't, it's there, y'all. And he moved them out the way for a clearing. They would have got shot as well. So they knew that they were going to try to set up to shoot this guy. They just were. Now remember, this is a skit, and inside of skits, inside of this playground we live in, like the Hunger Games, you literally can get massacred based off of numbers, based off of what they believe the alignments of Venus and Jupiter, and they want to try to figure out how they can get you out this game so that you can be recycled or reincarnate, so that they can start your life back over, so that you won't finish your plight. I'm hoping that Trump finishes his plight. Where he plays in this game right now is very important for him to finish this game on the side of morality, on the side of clearing his karma, because, oh boy, the good thing is he doesn't drink alcohol. Evidently he must have used to drink alcohol, because he's against drinking alcohol. So, you know, people tend to say that in the circles that I listen to, you know, that, wow, Trump doesn't drink alcohol. Wow, I wonder why not. Well, he said somebody's uncle, but it's more than that. It's just when you have things in you that you just from the beginning just resist, it's because you know you have memory of the past. You can't remember your past, but you know, in you know, don't go that route. There are certain things about me that I just refuse to do. When I was 12, 13 years old, I said, I want, I knew I had a husband. Now I know people don't believe in soulmates, but I was like, once I get my husband, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Like, meaning, I knew as a kid that there was going to be someone for me that I'm okay with. That's all I need. And 30 plus years later, he has been all I ever needed. Okay? That's it. It's like, this is the guy. I don't look at other guys. I see them as humans. I see men as men, but I'm not interested in you. Because who knows, in these timelines that we walk in beside each other, all that I need to clear up. Not so that I have to worry about heaven or hell, or not so that I have to worry about whether someone else can stop me from being the aware, eternal being that I am right now. I am all that I will ever be right now. And I understand that a lot of people don't know that you can claim that I'm the best that I'll ever be. I'm the best, and at the same time I have been the worst, but I'm the best. I'm the best. It's already in me. I already know it. And that's the thing that I'm hoping for Trump. His character that he plays, his life that he lives, is one of privilege. Yet, you know, there's privilege just being an American. Forget being a white American with privilege or black American with privilege. Americans have privilege, and there are people in America who do not want you to have privilege, and so they tell you, here go all this liberty and all of this freedom, but in receiving this liberty and freedom, you receive curses and you receive backstabbing. So sometimes when people tell you, most times, when they tell you, through the long life I've lived, I found that when people tell you, here, take this, you'll have fun with this, here, take this, ooh, ah, and oh, it's because it's just an experiment, baby. It's just an experiment. But when someone tells you, hey, don't walk in that way, get on the way that's a peaceful way. Now that way may have many paths attached to it, because you may not all the time stay on that same path of peace. Sometimes you veer off and you get on the path of frustration for a moment, but in that frustration it still works for your good, and then you get back on the path of peace, because there is a path of peace. Now life still is great whether you be on the path of peace all the time, enjoy it all the time, and contentment all the time. But every now and then, sometimes people get close to your path and you talking to them and you're in peace, and they bring a frequency or a spirit of envy and frustration, and you have to decide, am I going to stay in peace, or am I going to stay on this path of peace, this frequency of peace, or am I going to allow all this stuff that's going on bother me? This morning I'm telling you, understand that everyone has a role to play in this game called life, and I know my role is to be in the background. I know without a shadow of a doubt that I was slighted to be in the forefront. And I tell my husband, you see Candace, bless Candace. Oh, it's because I refuse to get in those positions of power. Don't want it. And you know, she's way substantially younger than me. She's about the age of my daughter, and I was like, I was hoping that she would awaken to the game, and this year she's awakened to the game, and I was so happy for her, because I used to be like, I like her, but I'm not listening to you, Candace, because you can't see the whole picture. And now that she's broadened her horizon and reading more, you have to read outside of more than one or two books. As far as, like, you can't just stay in a religion book, because a religion book is a propagated book, it's a coded book, it's a book for directing the masses a certain way along the play. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you a lot of ideas of things that were spoken in the past, way past, that are manifesting now. Ideas that maybe you've never heard of, that going to fill in the gap for you. This isn't about thrilling you. This isn't about appeasing anybody. Anybody that watch my channel, you already know how I am. You already know I could care less about big subscription subscribers. You know, I don't care. I'll be honest. I really just don't. I'm everything that I ever need in life, I already have. I will always have, no doubt, baby, no doubt. I come in this game to be definitely 100% clear of all things that would hinder me, and all the paths that I've taken to get to this point. I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate. I really do. I got some experience behind me that will shock you, and I have some things that I've rejected. I rejected so many organizations. This is so many so-called big shot organizations, so many big shot things on the Illuminati pyramid. I look them in their face and say, no thank you, because I already know they're vampires. I already know they just want to take your energy. They want to take your gift, you know. They just want to just wring you out like a washing machine and flush you down the toilet, okay, and blend your stuff with other people's stuff and then just flush you out like shit. So don't let it happen to me. Okay, it says they prevented him from stopping the assassination before he took the shot at President Trump. So they prevented him from stopping the assassin, before he took the shot. Okay. Now I remember this guy was looking up and I kept saying, why are you hesitating? Why are you? Because some of these guys don't have the inside scoop. In every organization, there are those who are led by service to the country, and then there are those who are led by service to shadow men, service to CIA, service to the Capital Intelligence Agency, service to the Aussie Nazi financial brick house. You know what I'm saying? It's so many groups who are collabing together. But inside of all these groups that collab together on the Illuminati pyramid, which I'll show y'all, I'll probably try to keep it up there so y'all can see on the side. They work together to keep either Inky or Enlil's kingdom on this earth. Now, I always say, they say the meek shall inherit the earth. You don't want to inherit the earth, baby. You don't want to inherit the earth. You don't want to inherit the earth. Because the meek is like, they're like lambs. They're like sheep. And that's to the slaughter. You want to be wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove, meaning you're free to fly and move and have your being any way you want to go. You don't want to be a lamb that falls over and gets barbecued. You want to be as wise as a serpent, meaning that a lot of snakes won't mess with you if they know how to move out the way. People, oh, snakes just a mess with you. No. A lot of times they just like to get out the way. Be wise as a serpent. Every battle isn't yours. Every war doesn't have to be fought. You know, every victory doesn't have to be won. Sometimes you have to learn from mistakes. All right, so let me show you what else I also received. Okay, thank you, subscriber. Reuters, Thomas Crooks, the suspect in Saturday's attempted assassination of former U.S. President Donald Trump at a campaign rally, briefly appeared in an advertisement for BlackRock, the company said on Sunday. In 2020, he ran an ad featuring a teacher from Bethel Park High School, and which several unpaid students briefly appear in the background. Remember, we are in a skit, we're in a play. These are background players. A lot of people are background players when they don't have the information. There are players in these things that know what's going on, and there are players who don't. Everybody's not in high level positions inside of lodges and stuff of that nature, and shrines and mosques, including Thomas Matthew Crooks. And interesting, his name is Crooks. Interesting, his name is the first book of the Bible. Interesting, his first name is Thomas. What is it, Doubting Thomas? Matthew the tax collector. Matthew was a crook, right? That repented. Doubting Thomas, didn't believe. The world's greatest asset manager said in an email statement to Reuters. If you hear me talk about biblical stuff, you hear me talk about other things, I always speak freely. I always, if I understand something, even if I'm not in it anymore, whatever I've learned through these decades of being on the earth, I use it because it's knowledge. Okay, that's why I'm speaking. If you hear me quote scripture, if you hear me, if you hear me quote poetry or anything, if you hear me quote something that some man or woman said that maybe you don't agree with or you disagree with, well, You know that this is my video, right? I just want to let you know that don't formulate an idea about where you think I stand, because I just see all people as people. I just see all writing as writing in this story, in this game called life. It's really a game. We're in a matrix, we're in a simulation. Remember that, okay? So, and remember, my subscribers, y'all know every video I do for myself so that I can go back and view it and refresh. Maybe a year from now I'll go back and see what I said previous. So this is really to help my game. This is to build my game up. This is to keep me aware, because as humans inside of these avatars, even though we're eternal beings on different frequencies and different fluxes, different, you know, we have different energy levels based on what we're clearing up, based on whether or not you're going to stay in your mess that you know you shouldn't be doing. If it's something you know you shouldn't be doing, you should declare and decree that you're done with it and move forward and work towards working and breaking those habits that cause you to think you need to keep doing it. And when you see yourself doing it, just say, hey, that's fine. I'm going to be noting that, and then I'm going to make sure I break it. If you do something every 8 days, I do this every weekend. Why am I doing this? Why I keep messing up? Then know, prepare for the next 8 days that you're not going to do it. And then you'll see you won't do it. You just got to be encouraged. Okay, so it says here, Thomas Crooks graduated in 2022. They always using these babies. They're always using these babies because public school is an indoctrination camp, just like China, CCP. So just remember that. Graduated from Bethel Park High School, Bethlehem. According to the Pittsburgh Tribune Review, BlackRock said it will make all video footage available to appropriate authorities and has removed the video from circulation. The assassination attempt on former President Trump is abhorrent, the company said. Whatever, BlackRock. BlackRock, if y'all did not know, BlackRock supports Biden. I did a video on that. Go watch it a couple days ago. And I was talking about everyone that's on the Illuminati pyramid. I think BlackRock, Larry Finks, who is an Aussie Nazi, and the Aussie Nazis are definitely part of the Anunaki. However, they are more of the probably the serpentine type, and I'm not talking about with be wise as a serpent. I'm talking about like that. I'm talking about actually their avatars. Probably inside of this game, if you switch the hologram a certain way inside of here, you would be able to see with your eyes and hear with your ears how they really look and sound. So there will come a time where people will probably be able to see people's true form, especially if they have not worked out that low frequency. I'm not saying that people that have avatars different than us are bad humanoids. I'm saying that you have to still work out low frequency. All of us have low frequency in us. We all have upsetness in us. We all have a little debauchery in us, or had it, and a lot of us work towards removing it. You can't just give your work to be done to someone else and say it's done, because you're gonna find you're gonna still have to do it. And you say, well, I thought I gave it to this person. I thought you took it here, took it there from me. And you'll find out, no, baby, that's part of the skit. That's part of the skit. And you'll learn from that. You'll learn to know that you have to be responsible for the life you live. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's okay sometimes to feel like your parent can't protect you, or your God, your Elohim can protect you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to find out when you get oldest, me. Some people may be even older than I am, and they still are children. You know. So let me go on to, we are talking about, well, I'm talking about BlackRock. I don't know if I'm going to insert where I'm talking about who supports Trump and who supports Biden. Blackstone supports Trump, and that's like 1.2 or $3 trillion company. I did a video on that. What's that? And then BlackRock, biggest hedge fund. I think it's a hedge fund company. $10 $6.7 trillion or more. The biggest block of this BlackRock literally collapsed, gathers together some of the wealthiest investors, some of the wealthiest. It's just what is controlling the planet right now. Okay, and if you understood how the planet was made, you would understand why they want to be named a rock, and why does a rock need to be black? Because black is made from all the colors of the rainbow, all the colors, all the frequencies gets pulled into the blackness, the black hole. So when someone calls you a black, they call you black race, that's because all races come out of you. That doesn't mean that you're better than anyone else. That doesn't mean, it just means that, hey, you may have been the first experiment inside this game. Okay, so let's go to Shadow Man. Is this the one I want? Give me a minute. Alright, so do I want to do this one? Give me a second, people. Okay, so let's just do this one. Remember that in this play, it's a play because it's being recorded. It's a play because, and how is it being recorded? It's being recorded in the minds of men and women. Okay, men and women. Our avatars are men or women, and those who aren't men or women, they are hermaphrodites, meaning that they got a blend. A lot of times, hermaphrodites actually were twins, and that deformity happened. So, but there's always that either masculine or feminine energy residing in that vessel. And if you have more than one energy in you, that's because you probably got a walk-in. People call it a possession. Well, it could be a possession if you're a weak person, and that walk-in took you at a weak state of your mind. Let's say you were weak, you were going through something, someone died, you went through a lot of trauma. Like Sasha Fierce with Beyonce. Yeah, that kind of stuff where they know that person's in there, but they're okay with it because this person takes on a lot of the trauma they've been through. So I even think Diddy has a walk-in, no joke, like many walk-ins. And then sometimes it's just the people that pretend like them, like Johnny Depp has a clone or a skin. There's a lot of people that do. They sell their souls, they put their blood on some paper, and they take that blood and they put it in a laboratory, and they can make what they need to make in this game. And if you don't know about that kind of stuff, this is very much what you're seeing play out right now. The real Trump was the one that was on stage yesterday. They on July 13th. They have to have the real one there, because if we remove the real one, then it doesn't matter about if he has a person that plays him. Sometimes Trump likes to do his rallies himself, so they knew that, because even in this play, they'll remove you out the play if you don't fulfill the warmongering, you don't fulfill the CBDC, WorldCoin, digital money thing they want. And I'm not saying Trump's not willing to do that part of it. I just think that as you live and you start realizing that those folks you think on your side of the game, the ones you signed up with, the ones you went to the trips with, the ones you were raised around, the groups that you never liked them. He's probably never liked them, but he gets an opportunity to be with a group that he does like, that like him, and that would be, they're called Christians, not Cretans, because Cretans were the original, or the agnostics, the original. Trump assassination attempt forecast in 2023 book, Our Country Then and Now, Shadow Man Implicated, by Richard C. Cook. July 14th, 2024 is when this article was published. Now what this guy does is he goes and he talks about where this information comes from, how Shadow Man, it's sort of like they already know the plot they have to remove people. And if the person themselves don't understand that you might know that they gonna remove you, but you just don't know that they really want to kill you. Because they just gonna remove me. And then once you realize, I think the other day, he realized the very players in the game that, calling him a clown, let him play these roles, the orange man. He realized the other day, they really would kill me. They would really kill me. Just because I want to run again. But I'm blessed by the stars. I'm the chosen. And why does he feel he's the chosen? It's because now he's a real Christian. And they believe many are called, few are chosen. And if you go in that frame of mind, definitely his character is chosen to play this role to not allow this reset to happen in America. Because even though a lot of believers believe that Revelations and Ezekiel and all the different prophecies that were spoken, John on the Isle of Patmos, all these prophecies that were spoken of, the book of Daniel, Ezekiel, even the book of Yasher, all these books, the book of Enoch, talk about a lot of this stuff that's manifesting. But there's a lot of stuff that's manifesting in the spirit that you don't see, but you can feel it. Yeah, everybody has a role to play. Many are called to be in the game. Few are chosen to play roles of prominence. And if you play a role of prominence, you may not get an opportunity to clear your karma, so that you won't have no one trying to convince you that you need to go into the tunnel of light, because this is heaven, and you can choose to not play that game. That's me. I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing the game. I already told myself, girl, I'm an eternal energy, but in this avatar, I come, girl, once you're done with this race, when you want to be done with this race, when I'm done with this race, I want to go into the rooms where they make this game, and I'm going to see how this game is made. I'm going to go to all of the places to see all this stuff. I decided that the other day. I said, I want to see how the Matrix is made. I know it's made through us, how we do it with our minds, but I want to see the technology. I want to see the outside players and how they sit around the tables, and yeah, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see that. It's quite interesting to me. So it says here, former President Donald Trump escaped death by an inch or less at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, the evening of Sunday, July 13, 2024. Now, I noticed when the guy with the orange hair cap was talking about drinking a beer under the tree, seeing the guy on the roof, pointing, telling the Secret Service, telling the police officers. When he was speaking, he started speaking at 9:10, and then as he began his story about the guy on the ladder, it turned to 911, 911. Now, when Trump started speaking, I think it looked like it was like 611, which that's the reverse of 911. It's as above, so beneath it. So the people at CNN on their clock, they knew that, hey, this stuff needs to happen around emergency time, 611, and then reveal the truth at 911. So the beginning of the story, the end of the story. I don't know when Trump started his rally, but I know what was on the television or the recording that was put on YouTube. Now, I don't know if that was at the right time, but I know what the news people, the media, the CIA media put up there. Okay, that's all I'm saying. They could have been jazzing it up, but that's their position, is to work with numbers. Like the United Nations people, the NATO people, the Davos people, the WEF people, Klaus Schwab. Those people work with numbers because we're inside of a constructed game, zeros and ones, and this is how it works. I do gematria, where it's more of a science kind of You just got to understand the family of numbers and understand how they play off each other, understand how they fold into one another, how they enlarge and then how they decrease. Okay, if you understand the basic mathematics, the tree, the basic tree, the basic thing in algebra, you get it. If you're uncomfortable with math, you still can get it, because I'm teaching and I have taught my students about the folding in of numbers and how they all talk to each other. Numbers have a story to them, and once you learn the story, it's so easy to. I don't even look at Yahoo News anymore. I tell my husband, why watch it? Because every time I see that interpretations, my mind says, boop, boop, boop. I know what they're saying, but I don't want to know their script. I don't want to know their script. I don't want to know it. I want to know and see outside of what they're propagating. Now, if I just, every now and then I look and say, oh, okay, they think they slick. See, that's my attitude. All right, let's continue on. And the reason why I say let's is because I am carrying you along this video with me, and I do acknowledge you. Okay. To a certain degree. I'm not going to say any lie, to a certain degree. I appreciate you always for watching. Y'all know that, but y'all know I am. Trump was winged in the right upper ear by gunfire from the roof of a nearby building. And remember, I told y'all that the guy with the orange hair was telling his recall of how they were trying to tell the police and the damn SS, hey, don't y'all see the guy crawling on the ground? How the hell we see the guy crawling on the ground? Why y'all acting retarded? Don't y'all understand? People were hollering. I saw someone's cell phone. People were hollering. But when you are part of a program, you as an individual can't go up there and stop the person, because no, he's been told that he can do this. And the call comes straight probably from damn BlackRock. The money to do this comes from BlackRock. Those who are invested in BlackRock, y'all might need to consider that just because you have a lot of money does not mean that you control the narrative. That's the reason why it's very important for a lot of free people to be on the tube recording. That's why it's very important for the young people to be on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and any other platform, Substacks and everywhere else, putting this stuff out here, because with us, we all can make the story what it needs to be. A story of peace, a story of restoration, removing all the chaos, removing all the taking advantage of children, removing all of the things that cause children loose to be bothered, and adrenochrome to be taken out of these kids, and the raping and the pillaging that goes on with the hot dogs and the pizzas and all of that, walking through gates that they shouldn't have to go through. They go through gates to get here at the border, and then the next thing you know, they get registered with a pow they on with a chip, and then the next thing you know, they out of sight, out of mind, out of dodge from us, but the other people know who they are. And I'm telling you, the souls of the hearts of men and women and children, boys and girls, are seen as cattle on the stock market. And of course, y'all know that anytime they want to look at you, they don't want to see you as a human. They want to see you as a stock number. They want to see you as a what is it? They call it a straw man. They want to put you all in caps, baby, because you're nothing to them but shadow, cattle, sheeple. It's like people. A genome, a DNA splicing from the Anunaki, particularly Inky, who was called the serpent wrapped around the tree on the pole of Moses. The people supposed to look up to him, and they would be healed. Say. They say curse is the one that hangs on the tree, right? Inky. It's Jesus. We ain't gonna go there, because I don't want to offend nobody this morning, because this is not the mood I'm in. I'm not in the mood of offending. I really never am. But what I say, y'all, if you get offended, because you easily offended anyway, let's move forward. That's not what the video is about. I want to drop some coins, because I need for people not to just think this is just something, just the basic something going on. It goes so deep. The whole idea of it being a BlackRock that's supporting these things. Am I calling it out? Am I on the pyramid calling it out? Let me pull up this thing for y'all right quick. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. because I have no agenda other than, if I have an agenda, if I have an agenda, y'all, it is simply to bring stuff that's hidden out of hiding and bring it to the light. Or reveal it, you know what I mean? Let's move it. Let me make this a little bit bigger for y'all. So we talking about BlackRock. So BlackRock, even though it will be up in here, corporations, it's so much bigger than, hope y'all can see my little thing, so much bigger. So am I saying that BlackRock had something to do with the debacle yesterday? Absolutely. So I'm going to say the money part for this assassination attempt you know, I already told you it's 10 trillion plus. Now remember Crook, who's a crook, but he was a baby. So MK Ultra definitely, in medicine, is definitely what they use on him. And these days they can use, like I said in the last video, graphene oxide nanoparticles inside the pow-pows that can definitely make you an antenna. If you have lead in your teeth, or if you have mercury in your teeth, please get it out. That makes your antenna too. If you have a pacemaker, you might need to wear some type of clothing that blocks that pacemaker from being touched by 5G. Okay, $10 trillion company. It sits. It's just a company. It's a corporation, but the power pool sits up in here. But publicly, it looks like it sits here. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. BlackRock sits like, it's just like, oh, it's just a company. It's just a, you know, it's just on the NASDAQ. You know, it's just blah 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 blah. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you take a picture? Why would Crooks take a picture with BlackRock? So I'm gonna put down everything. Is this name Crooks or Crook? Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I got his name reasonably right. Let's see. It's early in the morning. It's just 8 o'clock. So anyway, let's move forward. So the players are Crook, which he is MK Ultra. He's MK Ultra, so that means that's the reason why they pow him in the head. This would be the Anunaki up here, okay? Anu, put that up there right quick. I'm just gonna put Anu because he is the father. They call him the Most High, but y'all think something else. So I'm just putting him there, even though Enlil right now sits over the sits inside the dome of the earth, because he probably can't get out either. I'd have to go to another dimension. But anyway, so we got this here. This would be the monies to fund all the agencies that needs to pull this off. Would be BlackRock, because they will lose a lot if Trump doesn't comply. If Trump doesn't comply properly, they lose a lot. Okay. I mean, the companies that are part of BlackRock, they deal with all of this. 501c3s, monies, all that. The war over there. Larry Fink is part of these people. Got Larry Fink, he's part of these people. Okay. You got so many people. It's just so many people. And then we have the Jesuits. I don't want to leave those people out. They're very important. They take an oath of death. which Jason, did I spell that right? Anyway, that would be the CIA. Good morning, guys and gals. Okay. Capital Intelligence Agency. It's a military, pretty much, or militaristic, and they're just doing what they do. I mean, whether people believe you or not, that ain't my fault. I'm just telling you what I conclude based off information from decades of studying. Remember that the religion thing is based off of the tree. And in there is also the cross represents a solstice. Part of the top of the cross has to do with the flat earth, and then you got the top of the dome going to the bottom of the dome. Let me show y'all that. This is the flat earth, and then this is the top of the dome, and this is the bottom of the dome. Okay? So that's why you think it's a globe, but this is inside of the earth. Okay? And then you have four corners of the earth, which would be, but remember we're inside of a dome, so it would be dome, bigger domes, because everybody had to go through wormholes to get to the next section. I don't want to talk about that. Let me remove that. Let me remove that right quick. See, can I do it? Will it let me? Will it? Who knows? Alright, so I'm gonna move this one out the way and get back to the story. Yeah, I don't need to say it. Okay. I want to make sure I get all of how I'm thinking on this video. I just like to put all my thoughts about certain things together, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to other people where I'm going with it, because they don't have all of the info I have. But to me, it's like I'm comfortable with not running to get to a point. I like to marinate in info, just like with Crooks being conveniently on a picture with BlackRock, and people call that out. I love humans. I love awakened humans, people who are not, I'm not saying, oh, you're woke. No, those who are awakened to the game. Now, some people don't know they're in a game. They keep asking themselves, what is this, a game? I used to do that some years back. Am I in a game? I used to get so angry. I used to tell my husband, my life seems like a damn game. What the hell is this? What is this? And I don't like the idea of anybody thinking they're gonna be master over my game. So once I found out we are in a game, but the game isn't, everything isn't predestined. You have the right to and the freedom to change your game. And that's why I was like, man, I sure hope Trump can figure out how to change his game, because people are trying to play certain cards on this man, and he better get with the right group of people to not go down that same karmic hole. Now he has, from what I know, at least the alcohol part changed that karma, because he doesn't drink, so that's good. Good. If he ain't do nothing else, that's good, boy. Let's see here. That's good. Give you props for that. And Biden, his character, according to Gematria, Biden actually supposed to came here and be a good Catholic boy. But in being a good Catholic boy, exactly. He was too good of a Catholic boy. He was too good. When I saw that actually they were gonna allow him to do some things that he shouldn't do, as soon as they get you corrupt, you start corrupting others. Yeah, they let you corrupt so you can be corrupted, so then they can corrupt everything you put your hands to. So let's go onward and upward. It says the shooter was shot and killed by a Secret Service sniper, but not before Trump, and 2 bystanders were wounded and another killed. And this guy, the one that was killed, was protecting his family. I think he was chief fire chief. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I was going to say something, but I won't, because a lot of times people that in the play that get removed are people who behind the scenes was standing up for something. And I don't know his story. However, I guarantee you, if you asked his daughters and his wife and his mama, I guarantee you this person was very outspoken in the community. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It was more than one shooter. Just wouldn't be surprised. Think about JFK. Trump, with his blood on his face, was whisked away by Secret Service detail after raising his fist and shouting defiance. He had to do that because if he had not done that, people's spirits are easily crushed. Like with Martin Luther King, him waking up to not wanting to be in communism anymore. Him realizing that communism isn't the way, socialism isn't the way. And a lot of people don't even realize Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they were all talking. They were realizing that, hey, they putting us in this light. They're putting us in this pathway. Somebody's plotting out what we should do. And we need to take authority over what we should do. And when men and women decide, I'm going to take authority over my life, and you're already part of the lodge, you're already part of secret society. Yeah, I'm saying Martin Luther King and were part of that brotherhood. Brotherhood would turn on you. So you better make sure before you roll out that you've spoken, you determined, you see yourself alive and well. Others see you alive and well. Others are speaking life and not death over you. Others, including yourself, are declaring and decreeing all things work together for your good while you're still on the land of the living inside of the game called life. Okay? The game called life. You do not need someone else telling you what your beginning and ending shall be. You do not need a book telling you what your beginning and ending shall be. You need not the news media to tell you what the beginning and the ending shall be, what the storyline is. You need to go in, open your own eyes, pop open your own ears, and get in there and say, I don't care. I'm going to know the truth, and the truth shall make me free from what? All of man's goddamn plot, schemes, and lies. That's what it'll make you free from. And because I'm not a child, I do not speak in regards to, I don't speak as if I'm a child. See, if you're a child in your heart and mind, you would think what I just said. You would think my words that came out of my mouth that were very strong, you would think something wrong with me saying that. But because I'm an adult, because I'm mature, I know better. I know I can say what I want to say when I want to say and how I want to say it. Am I trying to insult you? No, you just easily offended. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not in your book. Alright, but I do read out of it because I used to be in it. President at the Republican nomination. What is this? He is due to receive he is due to receive the Republican Party nomination for president at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this week. So think about that. They didn't even want him to get to the nomination. Even though he's walking around saying blah, 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 blah. It sounds as if, unless it's official, we'll remove you. Now the 7/13 time frame, I thought about that. 7/13. 7/13. That's 4, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. That's only 8/11 though. They almost had a 9/11. If he would have did his rally on the 14th, but see, that wouldn't have gave the 11, would it? Alright, so sorry. Not sorry like I was supposed to be doing something, but I'm saying like it's just habit. It's habit to apologize. Okay. Trump's wounds appeared to be superficial, and his campaign affirmed that he will attend. It wasn't intended to be superficial. we're gonna continue on. I'm gonna continue on, and I'm gonna drop more gems and coins, y'all, as I move on in this video, because I don't want to rush. I'm gonna get this video done. I'm gonna put it out just as it is. I may, make it look a little cute, cause I'm a female. I have a female avatar, so I have to be cute. We can do that. Okay, so but if I came in to do avatar, I would do all the other stuff that guys culturally supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But since I'm a female avatar, I have to be cutesy. Alright, so the mainstream media spoke tentatively about the seriousness of the incident and did not label the incident as an assassination. Now everybody was questioning that, but right here it says an attempt until designated by the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Secret Service issued a perfunctory acknowledgement of what took place, while saying nothing about how the shooter armed with a rifle got so close to the event stage. Now, this is the reason why a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just fake. It's just fake." Like somebody from Hollywood laying on her beach chair in her expensive house, the little cute pool she had. And she was always just fake because, I'm from Harlem, and, it sounded like pop, 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 popcorn. And my husband, he stopped, he looked. My husband looked like, how ignorant is this girl? It doesn't matter if you're from Harlem. Do you go to the gun range every other week? Are you? No, you don't go to the gun range. You just hear people shooting out there that don't know how to shoot. You see people shooting that's doing drive-bys that don't know how to aim right. But when you're at a gun range, you hear different volumes of guns. When you're when you live on a farm, when you live in the city, it's so different than the South. And my husband's like, she never heard of a gun being muffled, a gun having a silencer. She never heard of just. Especially, believe me, if you don't have it muffled, if you don't have it pop, 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 like popcorn, the people shooting the gun won't be able to handle it neither. But anyway, my husband he was tickled because, wow, how did she not know that? Did she not know before she spoke more of the story? Did she not go and seek more of the story? Now, a lot of people out here on the tube who aren't speaking about it, they're saying, look, y'all, I'm going to tell you what I know at this point, and when I get more information, I'll inform y'all on this. And I might have to come out here 5 or 6 times. I'm going to do that. I'm willing to do that because we need to find out. And that's what you have to do. Either you make super long videos talking about, gathering information, talking about it, add more information. I like elongation. I like talking in long formats. I do not like talking in short spats. I like long format because my intelligence lend me to long formats. My intelligence leads me to, let's discuss, let's fold it, let's flip it, let's look into it, let's add it to something else we already know from maybe 2014, 2013, 2017. Let's think about who are the conspirators. Let's not make this a guess. Let's look into the evidence. Let's take our time to lay it down so it won't be a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. Somebody up to something, so something ain't right. Something don't look right. That's why it's a conspiracy. It seems like some folks behind it. That's why I wrote that stuff on the Illuminati pyramid a few minutes ago, so y'all can understand, pick up what I'm putting down, that all this stuff that's on the Illuminati pyramid is to manipulate you. I don't care how your group that you deal with so sweet and kind, and how your leader's so sweet and kind, blah blah blah. That's an individual who may be part of a larger group that you don't know about, who really have a good heart, but he or she may be stuck in a system that's about your demise and sending you back through the wormhole that has a bright light to get you reincarnated. All right, so and bring you back to the earth, so you can be the meat that inherit the earth, so you never leave the earth, so you be stuck on the earth just like the Anunaki and all the other humanoids who are written about in books, and they call it myth. But then when people see them, They call people crazy because some people can see in the unveiled dimension that's pretty much laying on top of our dimension or underneath our dimension. But anyway, so two eyewitnesses appeared on camera stating they had alerted nearby police about the shooter's presence. And I want to thank BT for this article, because I'm the kind of person that I'm absolutely thorough. I'm one of these people that I subscribe to multitudes of publishing companies, and they call them think tanks, because I need those PDF files, baby. I need those docus. Give me the information so I can download it and read it and go through those 100 pages. Give me the book so I can go through the book. I just ordered some books, and I'm reading 3 books at a time. Okay, exactly. That's cute over here. That's cute. And that's on the Illuminati pyramid as well, with the same corporation. Interesting. They all work together, not for your good. Okay, so yeah, conservative commentators quickly pointed to the speech that has been directed against Trump in recent weeks by his Democratic opponents, including, ready for it, President Joe Biden's call to place Trump in a bullseye. And he said it more, y'all. He said it more than once. In a bullseye. So let's see what that means. Maybe it's poetry. But you know, Biden has the pow too, that has the oxide, graphene oxide. that boy got it 4 times on television with the nanotechnology in it that makes you nano, like Robin Williams, nano, and his face turns into a rainbow, all colors of frequency, nano. He was going into a trance, nano. Then he could hear a man in his head, nano. Now we know technology can speak to your head, but we're gonna move on. That's what all these drones about. Let's go to bullseye. So let's look at. Ooh, they got Biden's remark about bullseye on here. Biden's bullseye remark to call for elimination. Well, anyway, let's just go to what the idiom for bullseye, to be exactly correct. In slang, to do something just right, to get the best result possible, to be exactly right. Okay, let's look at some pictures. Okay, I love pictures. Target, bullseye. Woo. Bullseye. Wow. Definitely, this would be something you would see at a gun range. And why would I do that? Because, you know, old girl has to shoot, you know. That's not the focus of my what is it? How do I want to say this? My game. That's not the focus of my game. However, child, please. So yeah, but Biden said it, bullseye, about Trump, but he's just a clown. Biden's just a clown. That's all. He's just a clown. And they taking shots at him now. And this would be Biden. They're taking shots at him because his role has been spent. Now, of course, this is supposed to be Trump, but y'all, they making it Biden as well. Trump has always been the one they want to pick with targeting me a clown. Now they targeting Biden, because Biden has done that which they plotted for him to do. This is what I'm talking about all the time. Bullseye. See it? The bullseye. on the board, a game board. Okay, this is what's going on in plain sight, baby. In plain sight. What is this one? Ooh, look at that one. That looks like gematria. I like that one. Ooh, that could give you a lot of insight. The players of this game that like to write this game, the Aussie Nazis that like to do the television and do the music, Yee said he showed on his phone all the executives that are over the music. They are Aussie Nazis, and he wasn't being racist. He was simply saying, y'all, this is so intricate, this is so deeper than you think, but it's in plain sight. But the Arabs who are Shemitic don't holler anti-Semitic when someone talks about them, but there are certain people who do, because they tap into your emotion. Look at this. Everything out in the open. Everything out in the open. So, yeah. And they want to hit you in the head because they don't want you to be able to. If they hit you in the head, you're done, because that's the processing center. Is that why his name is Kodak? Is that why they call him Kodak? Look at this black box, y'all. Black box. This is what the Muslims walk around. A frequency, a box of frequency, like on The Simpsons. And they was around this black box. Bullseye. Television. Bullseye. Television is bullseye. Because it's telling a lie to your vision out of a black box. A black box would be out of the void. And that's why CERN is doing what they're doing, to open up the black box. Interesting. Look what comes out the black box. Something that can capture the image out here in the real world, or the world that we project as real. Kodak. Did Trump release Kodak? Interesting. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Walking into. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just making it larger for y'all over here, because I don't think I'm going to edit this in such a way that it looks like a lot of my other work that I do, because I have so much to do today. I have real life, like for real. I have a beautiful, loving, supportive husband. Has the best spirit in the world. I mean, he's such a beautiful soul here. And I have some folks that I take care of every day. Who is this guy? Bullseye. Okay. What does he do? That means to go. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole too far. Oh, bullseye. Somebody up on the roof being a hero, shooting at people. Gee, yes, what does that remind me of? I'm just saying. These cards, that's 21 in Gematria, is show and tell, just a game they play when they want to say they're manipulating you. So just in case y'all didn't know that, when you see these cards, see, that means they're manipulating you. Okay. This one here is spirit, soul, body. Access to you, baby. Put you in a terror, put you in a spell, put you in a chaotic frame of mind. And they have access to your energy when they do that. It's amazing that they can feed themselves off that. That's such the greatest stuff I've seen in my life. Just the even idea of, you know, bullseye or target sign, cerebral plutocracy, you know, bullseye appearance or target sign is a 3-zone target. Ooh, I just thought of something. Target sign with Okay, I'm gonna start reading that. I was thinking he got shot in the ear. What is this look like the backside of the head? So this would be the right side, right? He's standing here. Just like a bullseye. I don't know what's called a bullseye. Hit the ear. Dude, are you trying to tell me? Looks like an eye, and it's like an eye. Whoa. There's no. Are you trying to tell me our brain? Gee whiz, is this the actual other part of us? I hope this is some type of disease. Because if our brain looks like this looks like a whole nother. Our chakras are seen as other brains. You have a heart chakra, a throat chakra. You have a third eye. You have, chakra down there at the lower area. You have one underneath your sternum. You have one slightly beneath your belly. This is blowing my mind right now. This is literally my brain is saying they were trying to shoot at this target. Evidently it ruptures and you're dead, like absolutely straight dead. Let me look at something here real quick. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What'd you say now? Worshipping the bull, the golden bull. Interesting. I was just thinking about the story in the Bible. The classic ultrasound image. Whoa. Oh my goodness, the bull's eye. Isn't it the ear? Gee whiz, that's the whole point. Bull's eye target lesion. Biden! He literally gave the code to shoot the dude in the bull's eye. Go, let me go back. This is what was so. Gee whiz. Bullseye. That's what he was literally talking about when he said bullseye. Biden was talking about the target. Bullseye. Oh boy. So. Wow. This is the bullseye. Wow, the bullseye. Wow, right by his right ear, the bullseye target. Wow, dude. Everything's so coded. In the bullseye. Biden. Well, they give him that speech to say. He's programmed. He's not even here probably, but he still can be blamed for it. Because even though he's a puppet to the BlackRock, because they sponsor him. Y'all want to see that BlackRock sponsors Biden? Huh? BlackRock. Let's do Biden. Let's see if they tell the truth. Okay. Biden ties to BlackRock deepens with latest Treasury hire. Now y'all see I didn't go to no special group to pull some stuff up because they my favorite people. No, if you know the truth and you know the truth, it'll hit you right in the face. Former executive Eric Van Nordstrom joins Treasury Department. Why can he get there? Oh, cause okay, Biden gets money from here, and this guy. Anyway, Wall Street's key DC conduit. Amazing. Trump down there praying. Trump saying, if you give me one more day, do what you gotta do, Trump. Do what you gotta do. Because I promise you, you better learn that they may promise you they ain't going to remove you. You step out the way, but they will try to remove you. Because homeboy right here, which is they puppet on a whole nother level than you, because they're all part of the good old boys club. Some obey willfully, they give their minds over because they get these pleasures allowed to them through rubbing on people and doing other stuff, little children and all that. And you know, Mr. Player here, he out into the women, player. Now he married, but you know, but this has been, he's been a player. player. he's always thought he was black, y'all. They say, when they say Trump hate black people, I be like, no, he doesn't. He's a classist. He don't like lazy people. He like people that care about their life and want to make something of themselves. He don't hate anybody. He just don't think much of you. If you think that you supposed to be handed out something, stop all day and come on and grab joy and what's yours. That's his attitude. And Biden's like the piper. He'll blow that pipe. Come follow me. Next thing you know, you are ravished. 88,000 missing children over the border. Exactly. And the showering with your daughter. Unexcusable. I was telling somebody, a family member the other day, do not compare this guy's statement about how awesome his daughter looks. Because he's really talking about himself. He's talking about, she come from me, dog. If she wasn't mine. But he knows she is. He's literally saying, all my kids looks good. And if they weren't my children, y'all would be part of my crew, because y'all looks good, intelligent. That's him. That's just how he is. That's just how he is. Because he loved his mom to pieces. Oh my God, the same hairstyle and everything. Biden, your daughter's diary actually went too far and told the truth about you. You can't excuse this perversion. That's like for real. I can't put them on the same plateau. I can't. They're playing two totally different roles. Biden is, his gematria came in where he's supposed to be a great guy. They used him up most of all this life, especially when he got in politics. When he got in politics, he had access to money, women, well, not women, children. Well, he did jail with somebody else's wife. And yeah. And Hunter's with his dead brother's wife right now. Some weird stuff. Some weird stuff. And then Trump's ex-wife, the first one he had, when they were on the news talking about Trump needs to die, they said this. This was like right before Ivanka's mom died, Trump's ex-wife died, Eric's mom died. You know, they said it. I redid the video. I was shook. I was like, these people are crazy. Why are you saying it? Because they was trying to give the code. But instead of Trump dying, she died conveniently down the stairs. And not to complain about it, but let me see this. Somebody behind here. I remember them taking this picture. So these people be the ones that actually care about him, and the other people, no, that's not their concern. And this whole crowd right here, I was telling my husband that was a black female, and you didn't see not one ounce of her. Now he looks like an agent because baby, black folks don't play. You get to shooting them guns. We the first to get down because of the trauma of the past. And some of them like to stay in that trauma of the past, and some of us just learn, just get your ass down and move on out the way. But I'm still going to support who I'm going to support, they say. Anybody that knows me, they know I'm not into politics other than just exposing. I see Biden being puppeteered because he fell for the Jesuits' trap of enticement, of popularity, of pumping you up. And then even though Trump's got all the right buttons, he went through the right pathways, he was raised the whole time. He was raised the whole time. So they're gonna use him, but they ain't gonna get everything they want, but they're gonna get enough because he still cares about the Aussie Nazis. See, and I think they sit on a late line of 666, and Vivek, his gematria is 666. Nikki Haley, I had a dream about Nikki before I even never knew who she was, and her name was on a roster with some beings that they looked like They looked like devils, but they were charcoal in color. They were very skinny, like flying bats, and they stood up like men. And her name was on that list. And when I found out who she was later on, maybe 20 years later, I realized that, hey, isn't Inky's wife named Nikki? Or her nickname? And I thought, ooh, is this reincarnation? What's going on here? There was a time in my life I didn't believe in reincarnation because I had no understanding of how this game works until I realized, oh, that's what the bright light all about. Oh. So anyway. Okay. So we see the bullseye. And Biden did say the bullseye. So that's what he was talking about. The bullseye, the right side of the brain. By the bullseye. Trump had a bullseye. Humans have bullseyes. Okay. As time passes, even more emphasis is bound to be placed on the interminable efforts by Democrats to get rid of Trump. I did a video yesterday about Nancy Pelosi, that chick, what is her name? Maxine Waters. That woman literally said she would go and take out Trump herself. I thought that lady was a Christian. Is she not a Christian? There are Democrats that are Christians, there are Republicans who are Christians, and then there are people in the middle who are Christians. And I thought, okay, the scripture does say that you will say, Lord, Lord, and he'll say, depart from me, work of iniquity, I know you not. And I thought, maybe she fits in that category. Because she said she takes care of black people. And I'm thinking, should you take care of all your constituents? Anybody that just focuses on one race, you better question them. A person that's willing to say, look, I can change. But all I've been around, some people say all they've been around is mainly just a few other people, but mainly their own race. But once they learn, hey, people are people. And there are some people here who aren't people, but we don't get into that. And they got some technology out here that, like Will Smith said, he had been, what is it? A lot of his movies have been way CGI way before we knew. And I'm thinking, wow, well, really? Okay, so lawfare assaults in recent months. So far, Trump has been hit with a questionable conviction for so-called felons in New York City, though the cases against him there elsewhere looked increasingly shaky due to recent Supreme Court findings affirming limited immunity for actions taken while in office. The crazy thing is I don't understand how. Anyway, just like y'all, that was a lot of excuse me, I need some tea. There was a lot of that woman. I did not have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. It was in the White House. They found drugs in the White House, and what do people say? Oh, it was planted there. We know that Hunter, probably all of them up in there, gotta tolerate life through using that stuff because they're in diabolical roles, and they know if they don't play a role out, next thing you know, they'll be sat on a plane somewhere, and the plane will fall out the sky because the same people that get up in the sky and chemtrail a seat the clouds, that money comes from the same corporation. It's so many people inside this one corporation, so many businesses inside this one corporation. But they'll cover for one another. That's all I'm trying to say here. But the larger issue remains that the assault against Trump began long ago, even before he took office in January 2019 after defeating Hillary Clinton in 2016. Now, of course, Hillary and Trump are cousins. They are related in blood by, is it King Henry? So I understand family dramatics, you know. I understand that. So that doesn't mean much just because you're related. But it just shows you that they only use certain bloodlines. And a lot of these people do have graphene oxide nanotechnology inserted into them. Kabal. And that's why the world had to stand still, because more people needed oxide nano technology, transhumanism. A lot of people are falling into that. And is it a mark? Yeah, it's a mark of 666 because it's the fall of your frequency. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean you're hopeless. It just means that you will be in a web, a net. You will be capable for the 5G, 6G to be able, when they do that Aurora Boreal thing again, and it goes further down the United States. If they need people to act like zombies, you better hope you don't act like a zombie. You better get into studying what does it take to remove this stuff out your system, out of your ones and zeros, your DNA, your genome. They're getting very sophisticated with how to suffocate your moving, living, and being. But anyway, we all are now familiar with the fake Russiagate. And the crazy thing is, I think a lot of people, because they watch television, CNN, CBN, Fox News, they really think that Russiagate was literally not fake. And it was. It was a narrative by his cousin, Hillary. A narrative Clinton cooked up during the election campaign. But ultimately, responsibility for that particular packs of lies have never been significantly disclosed. Because there are certain people that support Hillary too. Now remember, Blackstone supports Trump. It's a 1-point-something trillion company. And then you got BlackRock, 10 trillion plus, baby, trillion company. Okay. And money, at the end of the day, the love of money is the birthplace of all kinds of debauchery. The love of money is the birthplace of all kinds of debauchery. Okay? In my book, Our Country, Then and Now, released by Press on October 23rd, I call attention to a remarkable article published by an Indian journalist scholar, Madhav Nalapat, on January 22nd, 2017. Nalapat published an article in Sunday Guardian Indian entitled "Shadow Men Work to Remove President Trump." So this is as soon as he started. What was this, 2 days after he got in? This guy already saying, y'all, some shadow people are already preparing to move this man. Among now Lapat's disclosure was the existence of a 1,000-day plan for Trump's removal. Note that he wrote only 2 days after Trump's inauguration. He states that the plan centered on Trump's removal via impeachment on what would be essentially bogus charges. And the reason why a lot of people think that these charges are significant is because they're judging Trump off of morals. It doesn't, see, the same people that think that Jesus paid it all, the blood of Jesus washes away their sins, the blood still works, if you confess your faults one to another, you may be healed. If you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that God raised Jesus from the dead, thou shalt be saved, you and your whole household. The whole concept of John 3:16, 17, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life, that he did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but the world through him might be saved. Those very folks that believe that those scriptures, that script, sets them free from all their iniquity of the past. See, they believe they were born in iniquity. See, shaped in iniquity. See, then can hear Trump talking about Inky or Jesus and say, well, I want that same forgiveness. I want that same salvation. And they said, no, you can't have it, because the television tell us that you don't deserve it. And you need to play that role you've been playing, tough boy, lover boy. And you have to understand that Trump has been in Hollywood. He went down the dark path. He's coming out of the dark path. He's trying to go into a path of newness of life. Now, will he get to that newness of life? Yes. Does that mean that's the highest point in the game? Underneath Inky, underneath Jesus, it's not the highest point in the game. But it would be better to come underneath a condition of people, a body of people, a congregation of people, the body called of Christ, come under see Christ as a consciousness, to come under the Christian consciousness, to get him out of the consciousness of the law and condemnation. Now, I'm not saying that Inky Inky gives knowledge, the truth. He helps you understand, hey, there's a way that seems right unto a man, at the end there is death. However, there's also others that work with Inky who are not as giving as Inky, because Inky still is tag team with other family members that benefit their side, like Leduc Raw. That's his son. But these are times past. Who knows? It would be nice to think that Inky is trying to redeem himself. However, like with Enlil, his brother, the one they call Yahweh, Yahuwah, these brothers have changed characters through just reincarnation. Just I don't know if they do it. I don't know if they do it like humans. I was looking at something. Yeah, no, I am. I got two cameras on this other side, and I need to cross over and look at the front of the house right quick. But yeah, I have like 4 cameras on. 4 cameras online, 2 cameras offline. Cause I have to have cameras online and offline. Don't ask me why. Y'all don't live the life I live. And you say, well, why would they blah, 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 you? Why would they blah, 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 you? Y'all, why you think my channel's so small? Of course it's small because I'm not in a rush to be announced on no level. And when I see people trying to put me in on the forefront, I shut them down. Don't do that. Don't put me in the forefront. Whatever I'm doing, all my work that I'm doing, it will come forth in the right time. I'm confident in that. The times that they remove videos, I've had to say, hey, I don't know where you thought you had access to removing that. You have no proof of that. And they put it back. My husband's very good at that. He's had so many videos they've tried to remove, and he'll say, blah, 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 blah. And within a couple hours, this video's back out there. So you have to literally be like, no, 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 hell to the no. Because I'm not making no money on this beat. So don't come at me. A lot of people won't say what we say because they're really concerned with that fiat currency. I don't care about fiat currency, baby. Everything that I will ever need access to will come to me in due season, in due time, right on time, always on time. Always on time. Why? Because I know. Because I've experienced. See, that's why. Because I declare it. And if I need to spend a little bit more time laughing about it, smiling about it, thinking about how wonderful it is that I understand my reality belongs to me and my responsibility in this life is on me. A lot of people can't say that. There was a time in my life I couldn't say that I was comfortable with being in charge of my life. I used to be so fearful of, but what if? And then as time went on, I realized you'll be alright, girl. The more you learn, the more peace you're going to have. The more you learn, the more understanding you're going to have. the more you analyze and be analytical. They say, oh, people in the area that only deal with spirituality, they'll say, oh, don't be analytical, don't think about things. And I love this one brother I'm subscribed to named Aaron. I love him about how he talks about don't think too much. And I thought, no, I'm not going to think too much after I've thought. Once I thought about it and I'm analytical about it, then I release it to do what it needs to do. But initially, you always need to think about the good, the bad, the ugly. You need to think about the good, the bad, and the indifferent of the situation. The when, the why, the how, the why. Because you need to make sure that you're being reasonable in your game that you're creating. Say, you need flexibility. You need to allow yourself to not be so tied into one play of the game that you're playing. You gotta say, no, just in case something else come up out of nowhere I don't know about. Blah blah blah. Say, and you gotta be very observant, and then you sit back and then you enjoy life. See, I'm in the position I'm in right now where I have my living, moving, and being in total freedom. Why? Because it's that which I have seen, that's which I know belongs to me. I'm in this position in life because this is what and where I want to be. My husband's in the position in life where he's at because that's where he wants to be. I'm playing a role of the wife. He plays a role of the husband. And you just accept your role. But you accept your role understanding that you are an individual who's playing a role. And enjoy your role you play. Enjoy the role you play. And if you don't like the role you're playing, then change your play. But everybody you're dealing with in the play, help them understand why you're changing your play. Because you still got to care about people in the play. And if they don't understand, well, you can't beg them to. You have to say, well, I can't beg you. Amazingly, Trump was actually impeded by the House of Representatives 1,057 days into his term of office, almost precisely on schedule. So among this guy's disclosures was the existence of a 1,000-day plan for Trump's removal. So they're off schedule by 57 days. 57, when is that in gematria? They were off by 57 days. Give me a minute, y'all. I have to look up something right quick. Give me a second. I'm not going to even pause the video. I need to look at something. This is the reason why I do videos live. I'm going to look at the my gematria cheat sheet right quick. I need to see what that. Why did they do that for him? 1,057. So the game was off by 57 days. Okay. So the game was off by 57 days. Interesting. So I'm talking about this here. Y'all wonder. 57 days. Okay. And then let me go see, can I find that thing again right quick? Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, and I'm talking about here. So y'all know. So there's always a wrestling going on in the spirit world. Baal. Let's look at this. Y'all should know what that is, but I'm gonna look at it anyway. Okay. So there's a. This is what those things look like. They had but they didn't have wings. But they were charcoal. Thighs weren't this big. Let's see. No wings though, but they were slender like this. Anyway. The devil. It's more than one devil, of course. We should know that. I don't want to pull nobody else's video. I gotta be careful. Interesting. Y'all seen this stuff before? Mm-hmm. 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 King of Hell. Okay. King of Hell. Nice. Let's look at nice. You think it's nice, right? Mmm. Pleasant. Nice. Where is this at? Where's this at? Let me click on this map thing real quick. Where is this at? France. So the devil in France. Who's the France's prime minister is who's the prime? I know they don't supposed to show me this, but I still want to do it anyway. Let me French Prime Minister. Oh shoot, spelling wrong, y'all. Do we have Prime Minister, or is it? Or do they call it President? I'm not sure. I would see. Is it this guy here? Emmanuel. Ooh, sound like what child is this who reign to lay to rest the Son of God, His righteous way. Okay, Emmanuel. The devil, Emmanuel. What did Emmanuel do before he became president? He worked as a senior civil servant, inspector general, finances. What was on me? Investment banker. Oh, at the Rothschilds company. You got a damn prime minister that was working for the damn Rothschilds, the Red Shields. Gee whiz! Oh my goodness, he's so young. He's only 46. Y'all know what 46 is in geometry? Let's go look at it. Party is Renaissance. He's 46. Let's look at it. Sacrifice, baby. So, you got the hope he survives. That's all I can say for him. Sacrifice. So you got the devil of hell from France. We see is Emmanuel. Sacrifice. But this has everything to do with Trump, though. See, this has everything to do with what they're plotting, what the skit they're trying to maneuver into. Remember, the stars in the sky are on a disc, and it moves around the dome. You can't get outside the dome because Elon Musk said that they've been trying to break the dome to get out. They can't. So he said he's just giving up. It's gonna give up. I said these people are trip. Anyway, so let's go to golden sleep. I really want to take our time on this because golden sleep is when people, when people get, they get removed or they get put into la la land. I know Biden been doing a lot of sleeping, but this isn't about Biden. This is about Trump. This is about the people who are trying to make sure that what they want in his reality manifests, and do not allow him to have control of his reality, because he wants to change some of his reality, and they're saying hell to the no, you changing nothing. Try us if you want. And he's saying, well, I'm gonna just try you. I'm just gonna try it because I got some Christians bagging me up, and I can tell they got some power. And I'm gonna do a little bit of what they want, because all they want to do is try to keep a land where they don't want to have to worry about being raped and privileged. But Biden got all these millions of people in here who are not so conditioned to understand the law. America's a land of law, where even though the people who make the laws don't follow them, a lot of them have bad credit and everything else. They expect for us to be perfect. Okay, just saying. Most of them actually on both sides of the aisle and in between. But anyway, let's continue. This is great. This is great stuff. Golden sleep. So we got the devil from hell, from Nice, which is France. We pulled up Emmanuel. Okay. Prime Minister, worked for the Don Rothschild in the finance department. Money, 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 money. Remember the pyramid I put up here earlier? Yeah. Okay. And then you have going on my mind what I'm painting. I'm trying to see the game, chess game they're playing. To me, it's more like the game called Life. I got a picture of that. So even though they talk about a chess game, let me show you when I think about the game, what I see. Let me see, can I find it over here real quick? To me, the game board is way more. Let me see, can I find it? Game board. Let's see. Let's do some pictures real quick. Let me show it to you. I'm sure those who watch me all the time, you know what I'm talking about. But occasionally I get 1 or 2 subscribers a week or something like that, and I'm like, oh, nice, I got another subscriber. Okay, so this is really how I see the game. There are players that are watching the 4 corners of the earth with a dome, okay, and then there's stuff underneath it, and they like to play Illuminati card game to determine in their casual time what it is they want the puppets that they have money over to do. So if the players don't move to the left or right the way they want them to, they will either make a replica of them, a clone, or they will do a scan, or they will just, if they can't get this person. Some people get protection that are actually loyal, who are not of a cult. They may be of a congregation. They may be of a belief system that's not veiled in low frequency darkness. Meaning they do moral things. They're moral. They believe that everyone deserves to have life. They believe that being lascivious, being out here in the streets isn't good for you. See, the role Trump plays is he plays this role where he's not going to play a role where he's going to dislike anybody that supports him. He's just not going to do it. That's not the role he's playing. He's not playing a role of I'll support anybody that supports me. However, they know that karma is a bitch. So they know it. And if he can figure out how to make the law work on them, he's going to do it, because he's going to do it by law. Are they doing it by law? No, not really, because they are the law. It's just the theatrics to get the Democrats pissed off. I think somebody got a sippy cup right now. Oh my God, is that a sippy cup? Oh, see, anyway, I don't know why. What's it down here, bag? What is that? I know there ain't no pee bag. Oh, I'm done. Okay, so let's move this out the way. Let's continue. And when I'm talking and I'm rambling, it's because I know there are certain people that watch my video, and I like to sit here and talk to, especially one particular person I like to sit and talk to. One of my most avid viewers, and this person knows as much as I know, but has a different spin to certain parts of it, and we collab on it, and I love it. Okay, so let's continue. Golden sleep. Now this is what the pow did to some people, doing this great, wonderful, shut everybody down businesses, except for the major ones. The ones that's on the pyramid, they didn't get shut down, but the mom and pop businesses did. So let's look at golden sleep real quick. Remember, all things that I do them for the enhancement of my game. So yeah, for the enhancement of my game. Golden sleep. So this is a, the reason why I'm gonna pick this one is because Pampers the symbolism, Pampers is a corporation, and it's a corporation that's in the know. Okay. It's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. 8. Okay, 8. Okay. Go to sleep. 8. 8 is infinity. It's a number 8. You turn sideways. It's an infinity. It means it represents cycles. It represents reincarnation. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, mama's baby. That's one of the songs you sang to my kids when I was desperate for them to go to sleep. So this rabbit has this eye. Remember the bull's eye? You see people that have I've been seeing a lot of people getting punched in the eye of recent. Like recent. And I'm thinking, whoa, have they tapped into this person's bull's eye maybe? Are they mind controlled now? I mean, it's people that are just on the tube, just on YouTube. What is going on? Just basic YouTubers are getting punched in the eye to indicate they're part of this mind control, MK Ultra. I know it's more than that, but let's just deal with the basic. Remember they talking about Biden having on a pamper? These people are so mind controlled. Even though I said 8 years ago, when I first saw Biden, I said, ooh, Biden got dementia. And they took that video down. I was like, wait a minute, I'm just saying, hold up, wait. And the man on the moon. No, not the man in the mirror. Man in the mirror, oh yeah. The man on the moon. Jim Carrey played a character where he was underneath a dome and he was being watched by the man on the moon. Meaning there are people above the game who are orchestrating the major pieces of the game through technology, through television, through radio, through podcasts, through YouTube, through Twitter and everything else. They're everywhere. They're all very crafty. See, sweet craftiness. Wow, y'all so something else. So yeah, when you get into that golden sleep, you go to the light. Come to the light. Come to the light. No more darkness. No more light. Meaning that you're gonna cross over. What else they said? Let's see what else they said. Unbeatable dryness for golden sleep through the night. So when we go to sleep through the night, we actually a lot of times don't go to sleep. But anyway, we'll talk about that. But I'm just looking at their articles and what they're saying. Interesting. Look at that net in his hand. I would click on it, but there's another. It's coming through the canal, rebirth. Okay, dying and being rebirthed. That's what it's talking about. That's what it's talking about. If you're wondering, if you really want to know. And it also there are characters. Who was it? Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella. Who was it? Sleeping Beauty, Golden Sleep, Sleeping Beauty. I did a video on this a long time ago. Was it Sleeping Beauty? Maybe. That's what Disney's for. Disney's a spell master. Sleeping Beauty. Put on a spell. Let's look at an old book. Baphomet coming on the horse. Remember the horned one, the horn, the bullseye? All this falls back into each other. She's looking through a mirror. Colors, frequencies. Remember that personality. See, purple and black is transition. Purple is transition. Red and blue, Republican, Democrat. In the void, the black box. Okay, this is all about transition. Trump has blonde hair. Purple, transitioning to sleep. What that Ursha had a red rose. A red rose has to do with a secret society. Look at that, the shield. Interesting. It's not red though. child. Look at that. Look at that. The devil pale on the hill. Interesting. Let's look at this one. Long distance need to read it. Technicolor. She's in purple. She's transitioning to another world. They want to transition Trump ass out too. There was a dragon. The little people. The mices. We do experiments on to see whether these mices will get cancer or tumors from pow-pows. Insignificant players in the game. The workers for the devils of hell. The background. Well, these aren't background players. These are people that work for the system. The transitioning system from a new age to another age, you know what I'm saying? Interesting. She's depending on fairies of a different frequency. Just as long as you don't let them enter her, she'll be alright. Don't let them enter you. Trying to tell you everything about the game. Because they still need to work out themselves too, and can nobody say. They need to work on themselves too. Reminds me of the Oz. The green curtain. The emerald curtain. Interesting. Go to sleep, baby. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Put in a coma. Put in a coma. What if you hit that bull's eye, like on that CAT scan of the X-ray of the brain on the right side by the right ear up there, that bull's eye, that eye right there? Well, if someone gets struck right there, will they go into a coma? Is that the point? Or will they die? Immediately die, imminently die. What were they trying to get out of shooting him there? Because I'm telling you, if it hadn't hit his ear, it would have hit that bullseye. And Biden definitely was like bullseye. And a lot of times, like with like Al Walker, when they said Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, he went into a trance. Now, Penny Proud Family, the cartoon, which is a this is where they program you to help them create this reality with Al Walker being a clone. They had him on the island being a clone and all of that, but they propagate predictive programming to help this stuff show up the way they want. And those people in the movies and in the music, the music's very diabolical because they can do it without you even knowing. Let me finish this off real quick. So this is part of the story too. So this is part of the story. These are some of the players in the game. Okay, you got the black box. Okay, they're reading scripts, old scripts, but still scripts, and their editors have written and rewritten things. You got black box in the head, the black box that on the Simpsons that Trump flies over, the black box we saw earlier with a photo in it. A lot of these guys here run the media. Larry Fink is Ozzy Nazi like they are, and he's over Black Rock, the black rock on your head, the third eye, the when you enter into a covenant, they're blocking their third eye. They got a void there. It's blocked. And a lot of these people that are part of the Anunaki, they have no idea what leadership does. They just don't. Like a dragon. What the heck is that? Interesting. Very interesting. And, you know, you got the Jews during Martin Luther King's time. You got how Jews have made an impact on it. So, interesting. Why are so many Jews wealthy entrepreneurs? Let's look at that real quick. Two. I don't look at that. That might be a little something YouTube could fuss about. What is this? Yeah, a lot of them did not want. They didn't want that. They just didn't. Because remember, there will be casualties. If you're not as important as these people who you'll be amazed who all are of Anunaki. You will be amazed. Got his hand in his Freemason. 10 Jewish Americans who changed history. And this is the crazy thing. When you want to write a story or a script, you got to make your people very valuable in the story and the script in order to get the world to serve the God you want them to serve, or the Elohim you want them to serve. I think the Anunnaki served Enlil, the Tanakh, or the Old Testament, and Yahweh, Amor. He's sort of kind of bipolar. On one minute he can be very nice, on the next minute he's like straight. Who gives a about other people, because you're not doing what I say. Do as I say, not as I do. Just do as I say. While I'm talking about this, I want to put the pyramid on here real quick, just to have it out here, so I won't have to. I just don't want to have to. I want y'all to be able to understand why I'm bringing these people up. Okay. And forget the people at the bottom. If y'all worry about the people at the bottom, forget them, because that's where you at. See, you are here. Okay. Over here to the left. Over here to the left, people. Over, see where the arrow down at the bottom. Okay. We're not concerned about it. I'm gonna be like them now. Okay. So May is Jewish American Heritage Month. Okay. Cool. They have left a remarkable mark on the country's history, because whoever writes the history books writes his story. They're just writing their story. When you learn or told in high school, I know my kids, about you got to learn about this, you got to learn about the Holocaust, you got to learn. This is required. That lets you know who's the power pool, baby. That's how you know who's up here pulling, you know. And you can put the all saying I, which is the Anunaki. Enlil definitely is a rivalry over Enki. Enki would be in the New Testament. Enlil is the Old Testament, but they use different names and stuff. And of course, Enlil, even though he's a serpent in the tree, no, Enki, I'm sorry, he's a serpent in the tree. Enki has tried to reform himself from being seen as someone you can step on, even though they say that the birth of, oh, I get it now, the birth of Jesus supposed to be putting the serpent under his feet, the feet of, you know, that's the birth of Jesus supposed to put the character Enki on the ground, bury him underneath, take power and authority from him. But if Enki, seeing Enki actually is Zeus, pick a name, any name, the character improves, the character is supposed to change. However, that's infiltration all the time. So Jesus, Yahushua, or Yeshua, pick a name. Well, Yeshua is actually Joshua, but anyway, that's everybody's somewhere in the name. And so if you want to get emotional about the name, then that's on you. Because the notion is in the name is power, but really the truth is knowing about the different names brings you an understanding, and that understanding brings you a powerful perspective on this reality inside this game called life. Because it's only the truth about the deception that sets you free from the deception. Okay? So, anyway. So we see here Albert Einstein. Okay. Became one of the, went on to become one of the world's most influential scientists. He created the quantum theory. That what is his name? Black guy with the hazel eyes. He was talking about the quantum theory, and he was explaining it different than Einstein. And for some reason, I think that I don't know if he got the graphene oxide nanotechnology pow in 2020 through 2023. I don't know if he received it, but he was explaining it so well for the past 4 or 5 months. And then some guy came on Joe Rogan with him. Terrence Howard came on Joe Rogan to some quantum theory guy came on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan was like letting Terrence Howard speak, and then the guy speak. And I realized that because Terrence Howard, last show I ever seen him do was I watched Empire maybe 15 minutes into the show, 10 minutes years ago. I said, what is this? And when they did some weird stuff, I said, oh, I'm not watching it. These people trying to propagate me. They're trying to indoctrinate me. So I didn't watch but the first episode, it may have been the first 8 minutes, John. Didn't watch it. And he was on there. And so that means he's Hollywood. He's just like Trump. And when Terrence Howard could not speak fluently like he always does, my brain said, oh, they got him chipped. Oh my goodness, they got him chipped. They're trying to shut him down because he's trying to explain to people that the world isn't what you think it is. You can't do that in the game when you've already signed your blood on a piece of paper, when you've already given them your DNA, you've already given them your genome, you've gave them access to your soul, that you've given them access in this game to being able to shut you down. So, yeah, Albert Einstein died at the age of 76. Y'all know what I'm finna do. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. 76, well, 1776. Taurus. Is this the moon? Give me a minute, y'all. Oh, that's the spiral of the Earth, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, the shape of the Earth. Okay. So this is just they simply talking about man, human, how we are shaped. I ain't got time. I don't have time. The net I'm talking about, www, the net that you're on right now, the frequencies. If you never heard of this, that's fine. I saw in Costco they had new neck rests that look just like this. I said, what the world? I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe it. The black hole's here, but you can flatten it out and make it where that's where the mountain would be. But anyway, y'all may not know what I'm talking about. That's fine. And you go down into the light, the tunnel of light, and then you get recycled. Anyway, look over my theories, people. No, I'm just joking. Let's go back up here. I'm gonna go back to yeah, I don't want to miss this out. I don't want to mess up. I'm gonna do this because this is very important. Okay, let's go. Okay, glorious, and then acclaimed journalist, trailblazer, feminist, one of the most passionate leaders of the world women's rights movement. See, and you wonder where feminism trash comes from. Well, thank you, Auntie Nazis. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Einstein became increasingly political and spoke for Zionism against militarization, which made him unpopular in his home country. Yeah, this is crazy that they would prefer this over there than a belief or desire of a government or people that a country should maintain strong military capability and be prepared for its aggressively to use it aggressively to defend or promote national interest. Well, maybe that's only reason why he lived 76. But I had heard he had been moved off planet anyway and put somewhere else. So anyway, if y'all don't know, we'll talk about that. Interesting. Soon after Adolf Hitler became Chancellor of Germany, Einstein left the country. Now y'all have to understand, I don't know if they'll tell you that this guy literally, they call him Trump, this is he's not reincarnation. This is not Trump's reincarnation. They're just saying that. I don't know if they'll tell the truth about this guy. And yes, AI, anybody that watch my channel, yes, not y'all, I'm talking about the people that scour my channel as I'm processing it. Yes, I'm talking about this dude. And if I find out something more than I already know, I'm going to say it. And there's nothing you're going to do about it because I'm putting in my game that I'm showing and talking about this guy. Because it's not my fault that he's part of the very important Jewish Americans. Well, he wasn't American, but he's a very important Jew. And then like the man ain't. He is. And just like Trump supports the Jews. Biden supports the Jews. Why? Because the damn folks run the power system because the Aussie Nazis, which is Anunaki, serpentine, reptoids, just like the Don Queen Elizabeth. That's why her name is Liz. Lizard. Humanoid. And I know all of those people that are of that humanoid species isn't horrible people. I'm not apologizing. I'm just acknowledging that I know in every avatar there are people who are good and there are people who are bad. Okay? Pick up what I'm putting down. What I'm saying is inside of my race, my avatar brown skinned people, there are people who have no good for, it's not good for the planet, it's good for the pyramid. Like Barry or Obama, Barack. Barry's the same skin tone I am. And I just roll my eyes, whatever. I just roll my eyes. I roll my eyes. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Looks like a never ending story right there. A symbol. He probably didn't do that. They just moved him out the way. When they give people the sacrifice thing to do, that word I just said right here, so I showed y'all. When they give them that way out, because I mean, come on, when they give him that way out, I mean, he made his move in 1933. Now remember, I'm talking about Aussie Nazis here. So he played this role. He played this role. Starting in 33. If you don't know what 33 is in gematria, let's take a moment to look at it real quick. Whew, child. Okay. And he was military police. Okay. Okay. Don't ever be played like a sucker. Let's go back to these people. Do I want to say anything? Yeah, I want to say something about him. Chancellor. So, no, I need to, okay. He was closely involved in operations throughout, was central to the, y'all want to know why? Because when you have a bastard child and you don't acknowledge him, he'll get you back. I don't know how many people actually died from this. It could have been more, it could have been less. However, people did die. And there were other people that died from this. Other people. to just focus on one group of people has to be written by someone writing his story. And so the people who have the money to write their story get the publication. Okay? Like Mark Zuckerberg. He's Ozzy Nazi. You got Larry Fink, Ozzy Nazi. You got so many people Ozzy Nazi. Like, they get to write their story. They get to tell you in large form, capital letters, the straw man story. Okay? Okay. I want to just get to, are they going to talk about him being, he frequently denounced and being part of the international has been described as the most widespread and durable conspiracy theory of the 20th century, one of the most widespread and long-running conspiracy theory. Are they gonna talk about? Let's see if they got over here his parents. Parents. They were Germans too. Let me see what they allow. Will they? Let me go down here first. Hitler. He was angry. He was angry. And there was a lot of people dying because the market, a lot of people were getting super wealthy, super wealthy, who were over finances, like now. And other people were dying off bad. Certain Germans were dying off where other Germans were not dying off. And so, in a lot of other races, it was like, during that time frame, it was almost like now where instead of, anyway, it was just, people were pissed. They were being sniped off and they didn't want to be sniped off, you know. And people that run the banking system, the stock market, tend to be people who write history books about themselves. And do they have the right to do that? Yeah, that's, they did a lot of moving in the game, chess playing in this game. Going, you know, the game called life, moving through the board, shifting money from the banker to the different things they want to lobby for, you know. So, I mean, yeah. See the Red Army? I think it makes me think of a Red Shield, Rothschild. Anyway, I want to. So it says Hitler's father was the illegitimate child of. Okay. The baptism register did not show the name of his father. Why was he? Why is this important that he was an illegitimate child? Because he was a Jew. Nazi or Ozzy Nazi's official Hank Rank suggested that the almost mother had been employed as a housekeeper by a Jewish family. So let me have some skin. They just don't outright come and say it. Would you just outright say it? They should outright say it. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this guy. Just understand that there was a lot of commingling, and you're not supposed to commingle if it's not done through marriage. And a lot of people did, and he was a bastard child. That was. If you're not part of a cult or a religion that's very culty, religions tend to be cult-like. Whether they have mainly good tenets or not, you know what I'm saying? A good dogma or not. A lot of times, some religions have wonderful dogma. However, at the end of the day, it's still on the pyramid. Okay, so so he's a bastard child. This guy. Alright, so we see this guy, her. Telling you, wonder where this stuff comes from. It comes from these people, all these movements. Ivory Berlin. was born 88. Ooh, 888. Okay. He is best known for his hit song White Christmas, which until the release of Elton John's song Candle in the Wind 50 years was recognized as best-selling music. Okay. Ooh, they see the music. Alright, they all in the music. They're all I'll be dreaming of a white Christmas. See how deep it goes in history that I even know the song. People, they have influenced my story, just like the one I used to know. Anyway, so the feminists here, that didn't move on me. I never was into the feminism stuff because I was raised in the church, and I didn't move myself out of that congregational thinking, that way of thinking, until in my 40s. So, you know, and that's been a while ago, like a while ago, people, a while ago. But I'm still fair and balanced when it comes to looking at things. It just is what it is. You know, you got theories, like they say, theory of relativity. There is theory of relativity. They're into sciences. They're into the feminine movement. So you got stories of who's great in science, who's great in the feminine movement. Oh, the best song in Hollywood. God dang, Broadway. Ooh, they everywhere. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Jerry Lewis, he used to be the one that would do the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Too big for his MDA. Jerry's Kids. I remember that. I remember that when I was a young adult. It was prominent when we had like 8 channels. Very prominent. Okay, so and this dude is so well known, so well known, so well known, so well known. Did not know he was Ozzy Nazi though. The Bellboy, the king of comedy and more. At war with the army. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Elizabeth Taylor, y'all, Hollywood again. Wow, 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 wow. Gee whiz. Academy Award winning British American actress, so who converted to Judaism. So following the depth of her good sit down some of the third husband. Child, God, me. Some people really wanna take it there. So they rewrote the idea that Cleopatra was, evidently they want to say Cleopatra was Ozzy Nazi. But Cleopatra, in the minds of people, they would think she was pale skinned, but she wasn't pale skinned. She was melanated. But we'll move on from that. Mark Rothko. You should just when they said Rothschild. Jewish painter, was born 03 in Russia. Work often concentrate on basic emotions, and therefore much of his work does not contain any intense colors. Okay, so why are you important? Let's see here. Murals for the Four Seasons restaurant in New York. Okay, let me see more what you did, boy. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Ooh, all right there. 1967, a very important year, if y'all know. Very important year. I know someone that entered into the game in 1967. Bro, you're important. You came in the game at an important time, I see. Let's see here. Because some of my subscribers, I promise you, when they type down in the comment box, they're so encouraging. They're so encouraging. So let's look at some imagery right quick, because I don't feel like reading anything at this present moment. Okay. Okay. Why is it a landmark though? I mean, I know y'all can see it, but why would it? Landmark Commissions rejects plans to change the interior of the Four Seasons. Somebody trying to say, what they trying to change it for the don't get, y'all, you know I'm from the clown, right? What they trying to do? Change it for the immigrants? Cause they get what they want. They bringing in some new players in the game. They could care less about anybody else. God damn it. Let me open this up so y'all can see a little bit better, because it is quite interesting. Okay. I don't have time, people. Stop. Okay. They got a lot of symmetry going here. Okay. Inside the Four Seasons restaurant in the Seagram building. Photos. Got city print there. Okay, we'll go and sit under that. That looks a little like it'll fall on you. Okay. Alright. You would not think that this would have been an Aussie restaurant. It doesn't seem like they're talking about anything that has to do with their culture. Or maybe that's what the waters are about. Maybe that's what the pattern up here is all about. Creating a world. It does look like a world, don't it? Cool. I guarantee it all has to do with the game. Ooh, I wouldn't want to sit on that. For sure. Wouldn't want to sit on that. Like quarters or nickels, what is it? Not sure. Is it quarters or nickels? Nickels, okay. Alright. I enjoyed that actually. Okay. And then we have, let me move this over because I want this pyramid to remind y'all of the cohesiveness of what I'm talking about. Okay. Stan Lee, my boy. Ozzy Nazi did not know that. I always wondered why Stan Lee was permitted to transition into, I think he combined two things. I know Marvel Comics, but he was over something else. Best known for his comics, Stan Lee was a Jewish American comic writer, editor, and publisher. I was former president and chair of the Marvel's comic. Lee created what fans refer to as Marvel Universe. He's sort of kind of doing on paper what Mark Zuckerberg wants to do with his platform. Stan Lee and the artist Jack Kirby created the Hulk, meaning you get inserted or pow with something through science, and the beast in you comes out. The Green Curtain, the Emerald City, the Wicked Witch of the West. That she was green. So many shows. Iron Man. Yeah, transhumanism. Captain America, Bullseye. The Captain of America. The Captain of America's biting right now. Captain America carries the bullseye, and if he says bullseye, evidently the bullseye, right? X-Men, Unknown Men, and we started in the beginning of this video about the Shadow Men, or the X-Men, the Unknown Men, the what number is X? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, X. That would be, look like it's 19, 10, zeros and ones inside the game. If I'm wrong, let me know, because I don't feel like looking. If X is 19, did I say 19? X, Y, wait, W, X, Y, anyway. Should I look it up? I won't. With us, he created Doctor Strange, Marvel's most successful superhero, Spider-Man. So what Stan Lee used his gift and ability for is he was able to help create a sub story of what has already happened and what's happening now, and he's using characters that are from the past myth, which they're not really myth, but you gotta say myth, because just like with cartoons in The Simpsons, you gotta say, oh, it's a cartoon, hee hee ha ha. No, someone's creating a storyline, and they know somewhat of what's supposed to show up because they know what has already previously happened, because a lot of people believe in reincarnation. I'm going to show y'all this right here. And when you talking about the Hulk, this lady right here did not want to be told by her company that she didn't have options, and so she has a great chance of not being like the Hulk. Anyway, Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Even though they couldn't, they put that video back up. They had removed it. They had to put it back up after. That's one of the videos I said, hell to the no. I didn't say anything about that patent pow pow. All I exposed is the fact that people are getting paid, baby, because of what they said was in the pow pow, and the boss can't make them take the pow pow because they should have a right to not have to take it. I don't care about whether people know that it was experimental. Of course it's experimental. They told you it was experimental. That's not a shocker. But people now like it's a shocker. They told us. But the people that run the game will handle you through television. That's why you don't need to just be on free public television, because they say this is public programming. This has been sponsored by Pfizer. This has been sponsored by Moderna. You be like, y'all, these people get their money from these people on this World Financial Control platform. Come on, people, you got to get yourself together. The World Resource Control need their money from the World Financial Control, and the World Financial Control need their finances from the powerful sub families, the think tankers, the ones that sit around and play Illuminati card games and chess, and like in some of these Asian movies where these emperors literally sit around and play chess. It's not chess, it's the black coins. I don't know what you call them. Is it Chinese checkers? Can I look and see? I'm talking to myself, y'all. Chinese checkers. I'm gonna call it Chinese checkers. Asian. Hopefully I can see it. It looks more like this thing here, but that's magnetic. Let's look. And you see on movies where they literally play with people's lives like a game board, like a game board. And I'm telling you, that's what they do. This is by no accident. That's by no accident. I know which one I'm talking about. It looks like this one here, but I know it's not that. I'm sure my husband is like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I know you do. I just want to get the right one. I saw it up here, but I didn't think the picture was big enough for y'all to be able to really look at. But I'm gonna click it. See, is it in here? It's something like this one. Something like this one. I'm not even sure. It's something like this one, but they're smoother. I don't see it. I'm gonna have to do some editing, I can tell now. I really don't want to, but anyway, I'll go past an hour, so I ain't been on here 2 hours, haven't I? Okay, so Stan Lee. I already know one day my recordings will be very, very useful for many, 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 many people. You're welcome. Stay woke. Be blessed. I stay woke. And hopefully those who view this have some of my DNA in them. Because right now, I don't have any grandkids, and my kids are old as dirt. They just don't like the way the world's going, so they don't want to have children at this present point. So I tell them, y'all drinking the Kool-Aid. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. They, Mom, I'm just saying you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. They want to leave you out here without anybody saying about you. Okay. Whoever this person is, Survivor. Novel, Insurance, Human Rights, Peace Prize winner, True. See how they it's so many different, look, so many different. And that's because they went from place to place. A lot of people have been moved from place to place. So many different races have had to move from place to place. So many people. What did he do though? Released his first novel, Night, in 1958. So let's see what that's about. I don't know. Let's see, Night, novel, can I find it? I might need to put this name in there. Let's put this X-Men down. The Uncanny. Okay. I need to put his name with it. Let me just read it. In which he told the story of the horrors of the Holocaust, depicted his struggle with faith, then went on to write more novels about the Jewish suffering. He spoke at the Memorial Museum. Okay. Oh, okay, I see a rock slugging it. Okay. That's probably really important. Stadium. Super. 8 Tony Awards. Okay. Can you sing? Oh. Wrote the lyrics and musical certificate. Okay, West Side Story. I've heard of that, but not Gypsy. Just a West Side Story. I've heard Gypsy. Interesting. West Side Story. Oh, they redid that, didn't they? Steven Spielberg, West Side Story. Okay. That's the old one. Evidently, I guess. Is this the new one? That looks like AGI. Is it? West Side Story. Interesting. A lot of people live in ghettos. Isn't that Angelina? What the girl? Ira Lama, whatever, Bonze, whatever her name is. They always repeat everything. Always understand. They always repeat everything. Always. Is Steven Spielberg a Jew? Let's see. Because he's in Hollywood too. And Hollywood is the Hollywood stick, which is a stick of spells. I bet he is. Let's see, y'all. Like, he's very important in this story. Let's go and see. Ooh, he wrote E.T. Jaws. Ooh. My sister was so scared of E.T. Ha ha ha. Oh boy, I tell you she was. She used to take straight panic mode. So this is Steven Spielberg, right? Okay. Just want to make sure. Can we get to the man? I don't have time. Y'all see me fuss. Can we just get to him? Hey, if he is, he is. Gee whiz. Who cares? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Major figure in New Hollywood, of course he is. He was born during sacrifice. Wow. Yeah, sacrifice, and Biden is 46, sacrifice as well. Interesting. Okay. I don't care about all that. I'm gonna just get to his history. Parents. He's of course he's impact society's way of thinking. So he's definitely inputting inside this game. Okay. Yeah, Jew. Ukraine Jew. Interesting. Okay, I figured he was a Jew because he has access to the black box, which is the photography, which is the imagery, which is the frequency, which is the light to your eyes, which is the bull's eye, which is the eye inside your mind, the third eye, which is the pineal gland. But evidently there's another bull's eye that they want to shut down. Interesting. Alright, let me get some of these tabs off. I don't like leaving tabs up. Let me move this in for those folks that like the idea of being able to see more. Interesting. Okay, they all look like girls. Their shoulders aren't too wide. Just saying, you ain't be fooling me. Ooh, he's looking like he's going through. Oh, he died? Okay, I think so. He looks like he's going through. Ruth Latin Ginsburg. Huh? What? And they want to cry and be about. Why, I'll tell you. She became the second woman to sit in the court. First female Jewish justice, born in 33. Y'all know 33. I showed that earlier, if I'm not mistaken. She came into a year on the planet, the game, to bring on false flags. She's okay. That's all her whole role is. She did a great job of it, I tell you. Formed the Women's Rights Project, Civil Liberty Union, ACLU. Oh, I did not know that. I should have known that. Because I'm always talking about, well, I used to talk about these people all the time, but wow. Okay, I'm not going to go too far into her, but you got Supreme Court here, and then you have, let me go up at the top. Feminists. All Jewish women are feminists. Are they outside of the Orthodox? Maybe so. Alright. I spent time with them is because you need to understand who shapes your media. You need to understand who shapes your media. You need to understand who shaped the story of Martin Luther King, Michael King. You need to understand who was trying to handle him. See? And so, Martin Luther King didn't hate with you people. Please, calm down. See, it says American Jews played a significant role in the founding and funding of some of the most important civil rights organizations, including the NAACP, the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights and Human Rights, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Ooh, y'all. This is the reason why those avatars that are called Black Hair America haven't gotten far, because the masters, according to the flush, who are in the synagogue of Satan, who are in the tents of Shem, because they call themselves Shemites, which they're Ozzy-Nazi. Oh boy, Shemites, Japhite, Ham, Shem, Japhet. They're Japhet. They would be Japhet in the tents of Shem in the last days, or the last chapters of this story that they wrote in the book. So they give you a synopsis of a general idea, an outline with more details than just a content page of what they want to play out. But they have to do it through media. They have to do it through the black box, through the now using Wi-Fi and all that, which goes through the literal air and can affect you if you have any kind of transmitter in you, whether metal or nano material that's found in foods. You wonder why all these people finding this metal in their children's cereal? That's why. Okay. Look at this philanthropist. I wonder if Bill Gates. I bet you he is. I bet you he is, because these people that use those words all the time are. They do a lot of power pulling. Interesting. If I went over the Federal Reserve, I did a video on that, and you see how many Ozzy-Nazis are in the Federal Reserve, you would tremble. People are like, damn, how they over the media, over Hollywood, over the money? All the presidents have children who are married to Ozzy-Nazi. Wait a minute. Who the puppeteers again? I already told you, it's the Anunaki who now the Ozzy-Nazis want to prove to the Ozzy-Nazis, well, the Anunnaki, who are the unseen hand, the all-seeing eye hand in Lil them. They have servants on this planet, or seed on this planet, who want to prove that they are good servants. They're good obedient servants to the Tanakh. And I think Enlil likes that, but also Enlil and Inky work together also. And there are other siblings that work in the game. Some of them I don't talk about that. I don't talk about that. Remember, inside the game, they'll remove their own. Because here they were talking about how they didn't want their synagogues to be shut down. Those who are truly loyal to their belief system, who's down here with the rest of the religious systems. The regular people, the sheeple, didn't want to be controlled, and they just thought it was unfair that they had to give up, you know. So they were fussing about it. So I mean, they said they don't have smartphones. I ain't seen some folks with some smartphones. Anyway, so this one on. God, yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave this up here because I'm gonna feel like pulling it from other locations when I need it. I'm gonna go and find that thing I need to edit, but I'm really upset at myself because I shouldn't have never allowed that to happen. That's the frequency being changed in the Catholic Church. Y'all know. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. Okay, so let's continue. Shadow Men. Just show you Shadow Men, okay? Those are the Shadow Men. Read it and draw your own conclusion about who are the people acting behind the scenes, and which is what now the 8th conspiracy to get rid of Trump, evidently accumulating yesterday's gunfire in Pennsylvania. So they're not saying what I'm saying. I'm telling y'all what I know that people won't say because everybody don't come to the, we do come to the same conclusion, but we come in a different way. So following the entire section of the Shadow Men from the book, okay. Now they did do a then and now thing I looked at, and I was like, okay, I need to read this. Yes. So I will be reading this because I might as well. Mama will be reading to y'all, but I'll be reading it on my own time. Okay? Maybe one day I will. What we shall call the Shadow Men are those who sit atop the deep state, pulling strings on behalf of the ultimate heavens, which is really important, the financial controllers and those who rule. Now y'all already know I showed y'all the ultimate controllers are on the pyramid. Okay? The Anunaki. Okay? Anunaki and those who want to bow and slobbergate underneath the Anunaki and get skins to cover themselves because they wouldn't be accepted on this plane of existence if they came as they are. Yeah. Just like the movie. So he's talking about Chicago, Washington, New York, London. It says right here, if the plans activated since November 8, 2016, election day, by the Shadow Men succeed, the 45th President of the United States will not last in office beyond 1,000 days from his swearing in on January 20th, 2017. However, the reason why they didn't remove him during that time frame was because I think he was doing a lot for Ozzy Nazis, bringing that peace accord thing. So he did do what they wanted, and his daughter married Kushner, and Kushner earned a lot of money. And Trump was pissed off about that, but there's nothing he can do about it because Kushner and Benjamin Netanyahu's father were best friends, and Benjamin Netanyahu used to visit Kushner's home, and Kushner used to have to sleep on the couch when Benjamin Netanyahu come over because his room was like the guest room when guests would come over. He would give his room to the guests. Okay. How do I know this? Y'all, I know so much, it don't even make no sense. Okay, so I've read so many. I go on everybody's publication, their bragging pages. People will brag about the stuff they do. They don't have to hide stuff. They put it in plain sight. They just know you ain't gonna go look, and you lazy, and you just a slave at the bottom of the pyramid. Then what they gonna tremble behind you for? Huh? You just do them commandments that they done made. You do them commandments. Do them. Make the world a better place. When you start thinking, yeah, I can keep some commandments, but guess what? I'm still looking at you. I'm still looking at you. See here. Okay, it says the term shadow men refer to officials and policymakers operating in a stealthy, coordinated manner to ensure the furtherance of specific agendas unrelated to the public interest. Okay? They represent the hereto ubiquitous and dominant Wall Street Atlantis alliance that has devised and implemented policy in Washington for several decades. These shadow men form a informal club of intelligence operatives, business persons, officials, and politicians who reverence in policy making. Ooh, Pelosi, are they talking about you and Schumer and all these other folks? I know the right have diabolical people, but some people on the done left are just ridiculous. And Maxine Waters and AOC, but AOC really don't have a lot of power, but she's trying support, even though these may be harmful to the country they belong to. So they were talking about the Wall Street Atlantics, and I think I looked at, and I was like, okay, let me look at this. But this is the informal. Here it is. Okay. So this is what they're talking about. They're talking about shadow men work to remove the President Trump, and it's over here to the right. I don't know why they put that over here. Can I move inward on this page? They probably won't let me.
Business is dependent on China and the Middle East in Washington. A key objective of the shadow men is to ensure that the enemy number one slot remain with Moscow and its allies such as Iran, and not migrate to Beijing or to Saudi Arabia. Another is to ensure that the interests of Wall Street and the Atlantic Alliance continue to be given primacy in U.S. policy. The worry of the shadow men is that a U.S. president, who has yet to be house-trained by the bureaucracy the way Barack Obama was in his very first week as president of the United States, and who has over 3 decades developed strong and consistent views on geopolitics and on economics over decades of careful cogitation, may succeed in shifting U.S. policy away from the Wall Street Atlanticist embrace that has been the norm since the 1980s. Trillions of dollars are at stake, so there is nothing to get surprised about that tens of millions have been spent these past months on ensuring that the agenda of the Wall Street Atlanticist alliance continues to be official U.S. policy, a source said, adding that President Trump represents the most potent threat to such interests in 2 generations. It may be mentioned that the shadow men claim credit for the implosion of the Bernie Sanders bid for the Democratic Party nomination, as the senator is, in an entirely different way, as big a danger as President Trump to business as usual and politics as usual in Washington. However, the shadow men could not prevent Donald John Trump from becoming U.S. president, and it is therefore likely that they may similarly fail in their bid to remove him from office within the 1,000-day limit that they have set for themselves.
Alright, so y'all heard that. So when I come with information, I come with information based off of me just being super ass nosy. Because I be wanting to know the juice on top of the juice. What you saying over here? Let me see that book. Who where y'all get the PDF file from? Oh, who, what newspaper from 19 who? 1941. What the what? Let me see that article. Let me read that. Oh, they've been plotting this. Wait a minute. 1918. Pow pow. Wait a minute. I thought. Oh, they trying to repeat stuff. Okay. Oh, I get it now. It's all trying to work towards global governance. Okay. So you see, they have this economic informal club right here I'm talking about. Let me go back to the article first, then I'll go back to this because I don't want to jump into it quite yet. So still come up in a minute. So y'all heard that. I want to go to a portion where he was talking about. So it's just a big game that happens. We're all in a game. Your life is a game, whether you want to believe it or not. And they don't want you to know that because you could definitely be very creative. So as a woman or a man thinketh, so is he or she. So as you think, so is your reality. But you've been conditioned to only think inside of a certain box. And inside of this box is the rules and regulations, the custom and laws and culture orchestrations that they give you. Let's say it like that. Rules and regulations create your culture. So I want to go to this informal thing that I've seen. Let's see. So y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not weary with, like, for me, I can sit here and go through docs another 2 hours. That's just how I am. As long as I'll get up and get me some lunch. But I'll stop once I feel that it's like, yeah, I get, here it is. These shadow men form an informal club of intelligence. So he talks about all the different operatives, CIA. It's so many, y'all. The book called what's my book called over here? Chaos. And then I got a book called The Puppeteers, and I have a book called Secret CIA. Good morning, those people who are part of those organizations that enjoy every now and then come see about me. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Love you so much. So I mean, ain't nothing they can do. I control my game. So right here, the informal clubs of intelligence. So y'all saw the pyramid earlier, and the pyramid itself is ultimately what I'm trying to say. They're talking about informal clubs of intelligence. Now, to me, this would also be informal clubs of intelligence. Would be the school system, the media, government, secret service, military, courts, prisons, especially private prisons, police, especially those who have the 6-pointed star on their sleeve, because that represents these people, the Nazis. That means their loyalty isn't to American citizens. Now, some of these people that work in some of these forces that have a 6-pointed star, they join and they really believe, because you can still, anyway, they do believe that because they are Christians that they're working for the community. A lot of them do, and so that's why there's a lot of split that happens, and that's why the shooter was saying, the sniper was saying, hey boss, I can do it, let me do it before he shoots, because he wanted to shoot Crooks before he got shot off at Trump, but his director of the Secret Service was like, no, we're gonna wait, because some people just don't know. And then they start speaking afterwards saying, no, I'm going to tell the truth, because they have conviction in their heart. They've been taught to have morals. They've been taught to have a certain culture. That your culture is supposed to mean something. That's what I'm saying. They've been cultivated to have a conscience. And you don't want your conscience to be smeared with an iron. And the television, the media will do that, from CNN and MSNBC to Fox News. Fox News so flip-floppy, y'all. They turned on Trump's character so many times. CNN, they turned on Biden's character so many times. It's just BET just what the guy name is. Y'all know who he is, a little chubby guy. He just leads a lot of the melanated people astray, but he's not really a American like my people. My people always been here. He's like his family's like migrated here, you know, like after the formation of America. That's what I'm saying. Because we all are pilgrims to this barren land. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's move this out the way because I'm able to bring it back. That's why they want to take it out the first time. Okay, so chapter 12, informal clubs and governance, global governance. Now, the reason why I highlight this because I was told that sometimes they don't know where I'm at on the screen, and I'm like, gotcha. Okay, so abstract. In the economic theory of clubs, clubs are institutions with an exclusive membership that produce good club goods for their members. That reminded me of the ESG, environment, social, and governance that they're doing at Davos, the World Economic Forum, the UN, the United Nations, the New World Order. That's what they want. Okay. In the disciplines of international relations, more or less informal groups of governments and sometimes other actors. I love how they say actors. I love it when they say actors because they're just telling the truth. And regular people be like, oh, they're just saying that because da 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 da. So let's look at what an actor is. Well, how you doing, Will Smith? Him and Chris Rock played out a skit from the early 1900s, and I was like, oh wow, amazing. They played out a skit. Rock being a black man. Black Rock. It's so cute. And him standing by Oprah, who was Harpo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's see. Let's do, I want to know the actual term of actor. An actor is, or actress is a person who portrays a character in production. So anytime you see anything on television, it's a production. Okay? It's theater. Okay? It's theater. Okay? So let's see. The actor performs in the flesh, and the traditional medium, like you hear about people who are mediums, that means a channel. That means they're able to channel. So the television channels through a medium. A medium would be the use of a theater, the threat. Okay, the threat of modern media. So what's the medium now? What is the medium? Instead of being a person, it's the black tube presenting on film, radio. See the towers, like the Tower of Babel. Babel is voice. Bible is language. The towers produce languages, frequencies, that if everyone come together, they can get from under the spell. However, these towers are used to put you in a spell, okay? To keep you preoccupied with go to the next screen, go to the next screen, go to the next screen. And you're not even learning nothing while you're going to the next screen. Films, which is Hollywood, definitely had people fearing aliens are coming soon, and the done like an alien can come across the border. Those are aliens as well, because when you're from another land, you're going to another land. It's called alien. Space is okay, can you give me more space on the bench that we're sitting on? So English is a spellbinding language that has multitudes of meanings for their vocabulary words. And if you want to be short in your thinking or childlike in your thinking, you will think this is what they're talking about, because they use it in a sentence structure that would lead you to think they're talking about, let's say, blue. What you think I'm talking about? If I hadn't already told you blue, or I told you what I said previous about context, about vocabulary being really misconstrued. Blue, the color. Blue, the wind. Blue, a person's name. Blue, a dog. Blue, like an explosion. It blew up. See what I'm saying? So of course we know film has been used, and we saw earlier Spielberg and playwrights, theater. We saw a guy talking about that. It was Anunaki. We got the theatrics of the feminine movement. We got the theatrics of the Supreme Court being on film, on radio, and television, pretty much television. Radio, the towers, frequencies, high above the sky, hits the satellites that are higher above the sky, in space. Satellites are in space. Towers are in space. Because space is here as well as there. Okay? So they're not lying to you when they say they went into outer space. Because they went into the higher space that's above the clouds. They didn't go past the dome because you can't get out the dome. But anyway. Television. I was going to say television because I'm used to saying television. Auntie used to say one-eyed devil because Grandma used to say it. One-eyed devil. Meaning the devil, the devil of hell. The devil of hell, Baal. Meaning that if you don't click the right channel, they will use that medium to manipulate you and mind control you. And they will control your reality just like in the Truman Show with Jim Carrey I was speaking of earlier. How he had so many multitudes of channels around him, and he had to make sure that what he was producing portrayed that which he wanted those in his play to stay on. He wanted them to portray something because he wanted his will done in this game. Okay, so I hope y'all performing arts. That's why William Shakespeare is so important. When Pow Pow came out, the first guy that got it was William Shakespeare, Cross Seas, older white guy. His name was William Shakespeare, and he died. I think he was the first to die too. That was interesting. I couldn't believe they even used his name, but I guess they were trying to tell us that this was just an actor, that this is just a play we're in. Yeah, there's something else to tell you. They're sort of kind of insulting, but if you don't think about your intelligence, must maybe you can. Anyway. They have a limited membership but provide governance functions for international community or analyze as clubs. Examples: the G7 and 8, the G20, but also more specific forma and initiatives. Let me show you the forma and initiatives because it's just more of them. It's so many, so many. It's so many. Y'all see me saying. That's why they had Macy's on that Simpsons Trump episode, and that's why Wells Fargo survived and Chase Bank surviving, because they part of. You got Taco Bell surviving. They be different movie. Blue Cross Blue Shield, you know the shield, but it's blue. Okay. While some scholars regard clubs as, do I need to move this over? Okay. A solution to, I don't want to move, collective action problem and provision of public goods. Others take a more critical perspective on the hierarchy implied in club governance. The chapter provides a short overview over theoretical approaches to club and global governance and their interaction with formal international organizations. Surveys the trajectory of club approaches of the governance of climate change and trade, and discussions of legitimacy and problem-solving capacity of clubs and global governance. So this thing right here, climate changes. Remember I said blue. Remember I used the word blue several ways. Climate. It changes. Y'all, it's really simple as that. Now, are they doing things to the planet that the big businesses are doing something to the planet that they shouldn't be doing? Yes. They should clean up the toxic waste. They should clean up the toxic waste. They should let an innovator come in and give them the technology that's already available. Or they could just make stuff without all the fillers and colors. Because they could, you know? They could. Alright. Do I want to do anything else? I don't think so. Let's look at the last thing. Let's just deal with operatives. And let's see what we come up with right quick. And I say reads because operatives. A worker, especially a skilled one in manufacturing industry, undercover agent, spy, secret agent. So now we're going right back to the original email that was talking about how Thomas Crooks was in a photo with BlackRock, the video footage when he was a child. In 2022, we ran an ad featuring a teacher from Bethel Park High School, and with several unpaid students briefly appeared. You can't pay a student anyway, so they're just saying this bull crap just to put a glaze over your understanding. Please catch that. They should say it didn't pay the teacher. Them saying that is just trying to anyway. Briefly appeared in the background, including Thomas Matthew Crooks. Why would he appear in your background, BlackRock? Huh? Because they have to have, what do they call them? Candidates? What is it called? Mandarin candidates? Yeah, I think it's Mandarin candidates, something like that. And he's one of them. And I'm sure he thought he was going to be seen as a hero. I'm sure they probably told him that he'd go back down the ladder. They'll never know what happened. But the people were acting such a fool about, hey, don't you see him, don't you see him, don't you see him. A police officer went up the ladder without his gun being drawn and asked him, what are you doing up here? Without his gun being drawn already. And lo and behold, supposedly Thomas pointed his gun at the officer and the officer ran. Like a school shooting. The officer just standing there because they thought this was just, they were just practicing at a school shooting, and the boy was able to get through the school because the principal didn't fix the side door. And so there are actors in the plays and the skits who are real people who are shook because they're like, this doesn't make sense. So real people are pulled into a play that's real but fake because they need real characters, like people who don't know what's going on. They need those real characters in there. Let me pull this up real quick. Just like they have been pumping this on for so long. They got somebody that look like Snoop Dogg. So I think they were wanting the black race to do it. And they didn't think the black race would wake up. There's so many melanated people who are black Americans waking up. The ones who evidently a lot of us have come to play in this game. To change the frequency of the game so that people can be free to do what we are. What we are. Eternal beings. Anything else I need to say? This guy, one of these guys said this. So, Biden's only obeying his masters according to the flesh. So, even though Biden said bullseye, Biden only said bullseye because the round table says bullseye. Okay? That's why he says it. Because he has to get his funds from BlackRock. So, what am I saying? Who runs BlackRock? Ha 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 ha. Glad you asked. Glad you asked. Larry Fink. Is Larry Fink a Jew? Ozzy Nazi? Do I want to go this route? Now I want to go to Wikipedia. They don't tend to have too much on Larry because they feel people haven't figured it out yet. A lot of people haven't. American billionaire, co-chair of CEO of BlackRock, investment management. BlackRock is the largest, I told y'all this earlier, the largest money management firm in the world with more than 10 trillion in assets under management. Okay? So I know what we're going to look. Okay. Early life. Finks was born November. He's 52. He's born 52. Wait a minute, y'all. Where's my thing at? Did I get rid of it? I probably got rid of it. He's coded a certain way. I want to see what it was, but I'm not going about it. He grew up as one of the 3 children in a Jewish family. Okay. I tell you. Oh, you can make this stuff up. I'm telling you. It is what it is. Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry. Look at Mr. Larry. Oh, look at Mr. Larry. Alright, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and thanks for watching, people. Appreciate you always.